friends! Welcome to Nature Check's Arda Campaign, the show where you come for the game and stay for the science. Hi, I'm Sheryl, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm the Dungeon Master for the Arda Campaign. I'm also a PhD candidate studying ecology at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and when I'm not doing my research, I'm a science communicator and the host of the Roving Naturalist on YouTube. If you like watching me tell nature stories through D&D, then you should also head over to The First Watch on YouTube, where this Tuesday they will be publishing a Fern Gully-inspired adventure that I ran with 3 amazing players. It was super fun, it's adorable, it's a little creepy. Please go check it out. It was a super fun time. And if you like Fern Gully, there it is. It's very close. There are some fairies. Next, we've got Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm an entomologist and naturalist living in Pittsburgh, where I work in the medical cannabis industry. And in our game, I play Fletcher, the human wizard, and we both use he, him pronouns.
Then there's Peter.
My name is Peter. I am an entomologist doing horticultural research in North Carolina with North Carolina A&T Extension. And when I'm not playing Dungeons & Dragons or doing agricultural research, I take pictures of bugs. I play Cedric, the dwarven cleric, and we both use he, him pronouns.
That was amazing.
I know! I nailed it!
Then there's Nancy.
Hi everyone, my name is Nancy. I'm an entomologist, which means that I study insects, and I live in Quito, Ecuador, where normally I'm going to take your bum around the jungle to look at said cool insects. When I'm not doing that, I'm talking to you about bugs on YouTube. Speaking of which, I have a Asian giant hornet video update, 2021 update coming out tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And in game, I play a human-ish girl who's actually an Aasimar. And she is a rogue, and our pronouns are she, her.
Fantastic. And then there's Cindy.
Hi, I'm Cindy, she, her. I'm a science enthusiast, and I play an Andorian engineer over on Heroes of Awesome Constellation on the Weird Things Twitch and YouTube channels. Here, I'm playing Nautia, the water method druid.
Thank you to everyone who's tuning in right now. We're happy to have you here with us. You know the drill. Hang out with us in the chat. Use your channel points to help the PCs or create chaos, or maybe some of both. And check the reference section down below for the social media handles for everyone on the team and a link to join us and hang out in our Discord. You also know, of course, that you can find the video recordings of our games on our YouTube channel and the audio versions on all podcast platforms. Our 50th episode fast approacheth. This live stream is going to be amazing, y'all. We will be hosting 3 TRPG one-shots that day prior to the Arda 50th episode. And those 3 one-shots will be GM'd by Nikki from Beholder to No One, who played Tulip, the Miriam monk, Andrew from The First Watch, who played the dastardly Mafock, the dwarven druid who just caused all kinds of awfulness.
You mean dastardly?
Yes. And Ali from RP Geeks, who we have not had on the show yet. But they are another group of science communicators who play D&D based out of the UK. So get hype for the 50th stream. It's gonna be amazing! I'm so excited. Okay. Let's get into today's action, though, before we get ahead of ourselves. After you resurrected Cedric and performed the ceremony in the temple, the Raptoran elders, Sue and Braga Starcrest, realized you were a special group of people. They suggested you take the path up the side of Belukaku Tuturo to look for a lost magic item, a relic given to the Raptorans by Ehlonna, and then lost on the Walk of Four Winds by a scout from their village. You passed through the challenges of the path, including hitting targets to lower large wooden walls into bridges, fighting some gricks camouflaged among the stones, and most importantly, crossing 2 30-foot gaps without anyone taking falling damage. Yay!
Thanks to Kay making harnesses. Y'all welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kay.
We've learned eventually.
Mm-hmm. You reached the summit of the mountain and got your first high-up view of the surrounding landscape, including a temperate forest to the west and a volcano far away to the north. After taking a panoramic vivograph with Fletcher's wand, you headed back down the mountain, eventually finding the lost relic deep in a chasm amongst rubble. It is now midday on Pelorum, the 14th day of Brightrun, and you have just returned to the Raptoran village. What would you like to do now?
I feel like we should bring the things to the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
So that's first on your list is finding Sue and Braga?
Yeah.
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 We spent the night in the cave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or did we make it back down yet?
Yeah, so you spent the night in the cave, like just like near where you fought the Grix, and then you made the rest of the way back down this morning. So it's about midday, and you're back in the village. So are you going to like the door of their home? Are you just standing out here waiting for them to appear?
I feel like we know where they live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should just go say hi.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so you head up to their door, and I'm assuming maybe knock, or maybe you just burst through. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't assume.
The Kool-Aid man.
What time of day is it?
Midday.
Yeah, I feel like knocking. Knocking is a good idea, right? People knock on Arda. I haven't really visited a lot of people's homes, but like back home, we knock.
Most people do knock.
Okay.
You're off to a
Nadia's like, yeah,
fantastic
the last
start.
100 years I've been hanging out in the jungle, knocking on people's doors. Super polite.
Look, you just roll into some random house in the jungle, bad things could happen.
I mean,
you are polite in the jungle, okay?
all right, so you knock on the door, and after a moment it opens and you see Sue on the other side, and she says, oh, hi, you're all back. I'm assuming that means it went at least well enough that you're all safe.
We found the acorn sack. Points or holds it up, depending on who's holding
Seed
it.
pouch. It's called
We
a
found the
seed
seed pouch. Right. Thank you, Nautia. We found it.
You did. Oh, that's excellent. It's amazing. It has been lost for such a very long time, but also because, like I said, I think that I think it might be useful to all of you to have it.
What does it do?
Oh, well, so you all seem to be good people, and so for you, it will, and she sort of stops and looks at Nautia and is like, you know how to make good berries, yes?
Yes.
So for anyone who is a good person, the acorns in the pouch can function like good berries, and they will be renewed every day at dawn.
Reusable.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So you get 3 every day, if you so
Oh,
desire.
okay.
Yeah. And for someone who has formed a stronger connection with Ehlonna and sacrificed a little of themselves, the acorns apparently have stronger magical powers. I have never witnessed the use of this pouch, but that is what I was told, is that forming a stronger connection with the god who created it can afford the user some increased abilities.
Okay.
So we just eat one?
If you want it to act as a good berry, yes.
Huh.
Well, did they
Okay.
taste? What did they taste like?
I have no idea. I've never... like I
I
said, this is
would
the first time I'm
assume-
actually... I don't know if Fletcher actually pulled it out to show it, but if you did, this is her first time seeing it, so...
I would assume it tastes like an acorn,
Probably.
just like good berries taste like, the berry of where I made it magic.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know what a good berry is. Is it a kind of berry? Is
No,
it a kind of
I've-
vegetable?
You've
Nadia's
had
given
them
you-
before.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've given you a berry that that makes you better or makes you full. Or both,
Is that what those
technically.
were?
Mm-hmm.
They were good.
I did
so
magic
I guess
on
that's
them.
a good name for them. That tracks.
They're good. They're very good berries.
Okay.
They're very useful.
Hey, Fletcher. Can I have one?
I guess they are a renewable resource, so I guess doesn't hurt. And I'll hold out the pouch.
I'll reach in and grab one of the acorns and pop it in my mouth.
Okay. It's got a kind of a weird texture because, as I said last time, they're bur oak acorns, so it's got all those weird fuzzies on the outside. But yeah, you pop it in your mouth and start chewing and crunching. And once
That's what I was wondering. Like, how do you eat them?
once you
I don't know
get
how to
through the
eat
shell, because there's a shell on the outside.
It's got a real like fiber ness to
Are you
it.
sure you're not are you not supposed to like peel that off or something?
I didn't peel the berries.
Well, Nautia
That's
has
because
eaten acorns. Maybe she
Berries are
maybe
different
she-
than acorns.
No. Should I? What about this little cap part? Do you have to eat that too, or can I?
No, not usually.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think some
Nautia's
animals do,
embarrassed by
but
you.
they can't, not embarrassed. Just, you don't. Sometimes you don't know things and I don't know what you don't know. So sometimes it surprises me.
That was so diplomatic.
I think
Yep.
she said you're dumb.
No, I just said sometimes he doesn't know things. There are lots of things I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like these nuts came with a instruction, how to handle them thing. I didn't realize you had to unwrap it.
Very few things do.
That's true. Does it taste like an acorn?
Yeah. Like, once you get
Oh.
to the meat part, it does, in fact, taste like an acorn.
Wow, it's like, you gotta really want to eat one of those to eat that. It's like real bitter, and like it feels like all the saliva is being sucked out of your tongue, kind of. Oof.
But if
I'm
you...
very glad we're having this experience.
I know, right? But if you swallow, you now have the effects of good berries for the rest of the day or whatever. Or no,
I
I think
swallow.
they last for like 24 hours, Peter.
Okay. Cool. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You would think a goddess would be able to make something that tasted a little bit better than that, but just saying. You gonna really want that? just for your information, everybody. Just this. I did research. I did science, right? Experiment. Fletcher, Kay, you guys proud of me? Write it down. Write it down in your book.
Okay,
It tastes
you're
bad.
muted. If you're sassing him, you...
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have to do it again, though. Fletcher, isn't science all about like repeating the same thing over again? So maybe you should eat another one and see if it also isn't great for science.
Like, I mean, generally at the university, we don't encourage people to just eat things to figure stuff out about them. But, yeah, you can have another. Maybe this time try to remove the cap from the acorn first. See if that goes a little better for you.
Sure. Yep, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'll peel this hard bit off too.
So you're having another one?
Yep. I'm gonna pull out my pocket knife and just kind of score a line in around the whole thing, and then kind of try and like scoop the nut meat out,
Sure.
and then a little like paper lining of the nut. I didn't realize it was so complicated in here. There's like structure to the nut. It's not just like goo. It's got like little different bits.
These facial expressions are killing me.
Ryan's face.
I had to put the nut in my mouth
Mm-hmm.
and then chew on it.
Tastes the same.
Okay. Cool.
It's just less like unpleasantly crunchy this time.
Oh yeah. No, I think you got to eat the hard part for the roughage, so it goes down smoother. You gotta crunch it up good.
Well, someone's digestive system will be cleaned out very soon, I suppose.
I mean, I think mine's still pretty clean from being dead. Like, I feel like that was like a real, like, cleansing time that I went through.
Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know because I died.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you have...
I'm just imagining, like, Sue and Braga, like, have, like, horrified expressions.
I mean, Sue, like, Braga's not there, but Sue is watching you with this kind of, like, bemused expression on her face. There's now one magical acorn left in the pouch, and Cedric has eaten 2 of them.
Well, at least we won't have to worry about feeding him.
That's good. It's a lot harder to feed him now since he doesn't eat. He only eats vegetables.
I'm sure that's only temporary, though.
All right.
Sure.
We also found these other items on the cliffside that we wanted to bring back to the village. I think Cedric, did you have those?
Yeah, I think so. Let me check my bag. I open my bag and I start like pulling them out. The bow and the leather armor.
When she sees those 2 items, her face falls a bit. Oh, thank you for bringing those back. I think I know who those belong to, probably. That's unfortunate.
We just thought that maybe they would be better here, given back to possibly its proper owner or the family of the proper owner, than just being like in the cave, maybe.
No, I appreciate that. I can bring them back to Lil. I think they belong to her younger sister. She was the last person to go on the walk and then not return. So, but thank you for bringing them back. This was all you found?
Yeah, this was all we found. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I appreciate it. Thank you. The walk is meant to be a challenge, so not everyone completes it.
We did encounter some creatures that were attacking us.
And very camouflaged.
Mm-hmm. Long tentacles, grabby.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, and like when we tried to like hit it and stuff, it didn't really do anything. So
yeah, they were really hard to hurt.
Yeah.
That, I mean, that would explain it. Like I said, thank you for bringing these, and she has taken them from you and sort of, put them behind the door. Yeah, I'll return them to the family later, but once again, I'm glad you're all safe, especially if you encountered creatures like that. But I don't know what to say now. I've seen you do some incredible things, and I would like to be of more help to you if I can, but I'm not sure what else I could provide for you at this point.
You have been amazing. Thank you so much. You like brought our friend back and you helped us find these like magical artifacts, and Kay just like hugs her.
Oh. She's sort of like stiff at the first moment you hug her, and then she sort of like pats you on the back with one hand.
You brought our friend back. You gave us a way to get our friend back. And now we're like complete again. So thank you.
You did those things, but I'm glad that I could help you find the way.
Yep. Just adding in my appreciation for not being dead anymore. Thanks.
Do you know where maybe we could get some armor for him? I know he's kind of short, but
We do know who does armor.
Yes.
Petra's husband.
Yes, my daughter's husband, Remy, makes armor. So you could go and speak with him. I'm sure he could figure out how to make something for your friend that is sized appropriately.
we'll have our friend this time too, so it'll be easier than getting him clothes when we were like, well, like this. I mean, he's like shorter than you and wide, we guess.
It's true.
No offense, Cedric.
Why would I be offended by that? It's true. You guys are all too tall and too thin.
So do you need anything else from Sue, or are you going to go talk to Remy?
I don't think so. Oh, actually, Sue, do you know where like maybe the next temple is? Like we found one in the grasslands, we found one in the desert, we found one in the middle of the jungle. So like I don't know if you think that there's a possible spot for our next one, but
Well,
you seem to know a lot about a lot of things, so I just thought I'd ask.
Well, I've read everything that I could in this temple. I suppose if you found them in all of those other places, then it sounds like maybe there's one in each ecosystem biome. I've not been much outside of this area of Arda myself, but I am under the impression that there are many different kinds of places here. So
Do you know what would be maybe a good direction to start walking?
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you want to do next.
We should have a conversation about that. Okay.
Yeah, probably. That's a good idea. Well, let's get you some armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we leave, I'm like, are we gonna go back to the mine? I thought we were going back to the mine.
I would like to.
Sorry,
very much.
I forgot.
I would like to go back and finish at the mine.
Yeah, I'd like to go back. I have unfinished business at the mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should head back there. Maybe there's a mine temple underground.
Maybe.
Probably
Some
not.
ecosystem,
but
right?
There's still an asshole putting bad things in the water that's going to my river. So
Yes.
that.
Maybe
sort
we
of
should also have a
hitting-
plan of attack in case the dude bro is back in his mine. So
I
that
have
way,
an
like,
idea.
yeah, cool.
Well, I have
let's-
an idea for the pollution part, maybe not for him, but I think now that we know, I think that fight would have been much more fair if all four of us had been part of it. Not that I witnessed anything that would tell me that. Well, I guess I kind of did, because like he ran after I showed up.
Well, and you saw him in two different animal forms, so you knew that he was more powerful than you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, it sounded like you were going to say something.
I was Fletcher was just gonna say, and it kind of seems like we're starting to hit some very difficult terrain, so it might be good that we make our way back to New Chester and sort of decide where we'll head next. We our first time in sort of in the nearby grasslands, there were forests around there where we met the Bixians. There's probably other routes we can take from town. Right now, it seems like we'd have to continue across the mountains to go west into the forest, or to the north, it's just mountains. I don't think we're ready to go through that yet. So it may be good to head to the mine and make our way back to town.
Yeah, if you guys, we could get some gear or something for those other areas.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, as much
Let's
as I
have-
would like to see a volcano in person, we should probably
we make it back up there.
Yeah. I think it
All
makes
right,
sense to go. We could go back to the Abyxians and see if they know of any temples in their forest. Makes sense to me.
All right, I'm good with whatever y'all want to do. We should probably get stuff before we walk all the way back, though. Like, Kay, like, looks at her quiver, I guess. It is, like, flipping through the arrows, of which there are not many left. She's like, for example.
Yeah. And get Cedric some armor.
Yeah, maybe he wants to, like, not get stabbed through the heart or something. So try and find him some armor. Do you think the leather people might be able to, like, add, like, some middle bits in it for him? Because, like, I don't know.
Let's go ask.
Let's go ask.
I feel like we were probably walking there already while we were talking.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
We're walk and talk kind of people. At least with the last 2 weeks or whatever, hiking constantly.
Yeah, you've certainly practiced that. I'm sorry, I'm reading armor to... Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so you go back to Petra's home, I imagine? Yeah? Because
Yes.
it sounds like armor was first on your list.
Yep.
And you are probably knocking again, since there was a whole thing about knocking. So Petra opens the door and says, "Oh, hi, it's nice to see all of you again. Is there something I can do for you?"
This kid needs armor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Remy? And you see a man coming out from sort of like farther in their home. And he sort of like puts a hand on Petra's shoulder and says, "Hello? Did you said someone needed armor?"
Kay is like gesturing at Cedric, like,
Yeah, my armor was destroyed in the battle where I died. So now I'm currently wearing these clothes, which are very nice, but not very, protective. So
That's a lot of information. I can make you new armor, yes. It looks like I'll have to make custom. Did you have anything you wanted specifically about it?
nah,
No?
just as long as it fits.
Okay. That was sort of my RP way of asking. Leather, studded leather?
Oh. Does he have the capacity to make studded leather?
Yeah.
Then yeah, sure.
Okay. Sorry, I'm flipping back because okay. So, if you would like studded leather armor, that is so he is very, very good at this. So it is going to be masterwork studded leather armor,
Ooh.
which means that it'll cost 175 gold, but it will have an armor check penalty of 0 instead of -1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Fletcher, buddy.
Yeah, what's that group treasury look like?
Yeah. As bursar of the group.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, Dad. I promise I won't ever ask for anything again, ever. I'll take care of it. I'll water it. I'll feed it.
What?
Like a puppy.
Well, how much of your own gold do you have? And can we do this sort of on a split basis, or?
According to my character sheet,
Oh no.
I don't have any money. That's just my Roll20 character sheet. Hold on, let me check my actual paper character
I know you have money because we used to all keep our own before
Yeah.
we started pooling.
Let me get back to you on that.
Oh my goodness. Well, we can figure out who's paying and how off screen, but
Yeah.
suffice to say that he can make that for you. Since it's custom, it's gonna take like he'll basically adjust something that he already had, so he can have it for you like tomorrow afternoon. But yes, it will have the stats of studded leather armor, except that since it's masterwork, it will have 1 less armor check penalty.
Awesome.
Ooh, masterwork. Good stuff. Anybody else?
Where could I like find some arrows? She like holds up one of hers.
I can help you with that. Petra sort of gestures to like a barrel kind of near the door, and there are bundles of arrows in it. I make arrows for this clan.
How much do they cost?
How much do bundles of arrows
Because I actually
cost?
do have my own money.
Hey, somebody kept track. Bundle of arrows. For your short bow, 20 arrows is 1 gold piece.
How many can I carry? How many bundles can I carry?
I mean, let's not be outrageous, but you can just say you have a certain number.
100 bundles of arrows.
Yeah, like if you have to start like strapping them to your legs, that's probably a bit far.
I don't know.
Like Hawkeye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would say probably like 3 bundles of arrows fitting into a quiver is like, that's a lot, so, you know.
Okay, I'll get 2 bundles of arrows then.
Sounds wonderful.
I have 47 gold, 9 silver. Can I have 103 gold, Dad?
Wait, 103?
Didn't you say it was 150
It's
total?
175.
170.
175.
175.
Yeah.
Are we doing that money now, or are we doing that later?
I mean, yeah, you can do that later. It doesn't have to be on.
Okay.
I think it's a can we do that?
Yes, like
Yeah.
as
We-
long as you have the funds.
We have the money. Yes,
Okay.
we have the
Okay,
money.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Then there you go. Yes, it'll be ready for you tomorrow afternoon.
Also, Fletcher is secretly happy that Kay doesn't remember that he was raised in a family of blacksmiths and is literally named Fletcher because he was taught how to make bows and arrows, but didn't want to do that anymore because that was his like summer job with his family.
Yep, she'll just buy arrows.
Yeah. Only if
You're
only we
a
had a
scientist.
way
I
to
don't know
make
what to
our
tell
own
you.
arrows. It would save so much money, you know?
Yeah, and yeah, Fletcher's just like, yeah, yep.
Only we had like a ready supply of like shapeable wood, like somebody who could like shape wood, right? And then also somebody who had like a whole bunch of feathers lying around somewhere. It would be,
Yeah, if there was just like a
and then
bag of
somebody that could
feathers.
take those 2 items
Yeah.
that somebody in our group could supply.
You guys 1000% do not know about the bag full
Right,
of feathers.
yeah.
No, I know, yeah. This is me, Peter, saying this.
Peter. Okay.
Do you have any like magical arrows or like magical weapons? Because like we went up and we did the like trials. We didn't actually have to do the trials because like obviously we can't fly, but there were like these crazy weird monster things, and then like Cedric tried to hit it with its warhammer and it did shit against it. So then I threw a random javelin that I picked up off the ground at it, and it exploded into lightning, and that really worked. So like maybe I was thinking if there was someone here who did like magical weapons, or maybe there's like magical arrows of some sort, then like that would be helpful in case we run into another crazy monster that half our party can't affect.
Sure, let's find out.
I mean, if it was undead, I could have done something.
Really? I don't remember you doing anything effectively against the undead.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
Oh, that's mean.
That's me.
Okay, so, yes, my since my parents have the ability to cast spells, I do have a few magic arrows, if you were interested in something like that.
What do they do?
So I have to read all the things that I rolled. Distance arrows have double the range increment of normal. So like basically your range increment for your short bow is X number of feet or whatever. So
it's double.
Yeah, so it's just twice that for when you're using one of these distance arrows. She also has, where was it? Flaming arrows. Upon command, a flaming arrow is sheathed in fire. The fire does not harm the wielder. The effect remains until another command is given. A flaming weapon deals an extra 1d6 points of fire damage on a successful hit.
Those sound legit.
And
That sounds really cool.
Does this one make sense, or should I roll again? Let's see. Nope. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Let me roll again. It says it can only be placed on a weapon that can be thrown, and I hope you're not trying to throw your arrows.
Kayla tries to shoot the javelin through her bow.
The dart weapons aren't that different from arrows.
Right. And she has frost arrows, so similarly, upon command, a frost weapon is sheathed in icy cold. The cold does not harm the user. It deals an extra 1d6 points of cold damage on a successful hit. So she has...
How much do those cost?
Okay, so each of those arrows cost... Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Oh, okay. I see how this works. Sorry. Trying to math things. For arrows, you can get 10 of each of those kind of arrow for... Sorry. Yeah, so it's 300, it's 350 for 10 arrows of any one of those kinds.
350 gold?
Yes, for 10.
350 gold for 10 arrows?
Yes.
So only 35 each.
So only 35 each.
It's not that bad for magic items, honestly.
Kay opens up her money pouch and just picking through it. She's like,
Moth flies out.
Moth flies out. And...
Thinking back on those magic arrows we just found in a closet somewhere and just used recklessly, being like, oh. That's retail, though. You're not going to get that. It would have been like Pawn Stars.
Best I can do is.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about that for a minute.
Of course. Not a problem.
Sorry.
It's okay. Anybody else?
How much gold treasure in the treasury do we actually have?
Not enough that Fletcher's willing to give you 350 gold.
Gee, if only you had
Wow.
shiny rocks and other things that you could sell or barter. Man.
We should probably go back to the temple before we spend all of our money.
Yeah, Fletcher doesn't really have anything to do, so I think he, around this time with people still shopping and stuff, would, I think, kind of mention to everybody that he is going back to the temple. Because there's way more books and stuff that I would like to read that Sue has said have really good information in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to spend a lot more time actually reading, since before I was searching for very specific things, but now I can go and just read everything that's in there.
Absolutely. While I'm looking at all of the list of nice things I've given you, the story of this armor, I know the beginning and the middle, and I don't know the end, but you took studded leather armor off of Thenga's body, and Lucanus had been wearing it. It is magic armor, so that means that it sizes itself to the user. So if you didn't want to buy masterwork armor, you could in fact have magic armor because that is in someone's inventory. See, this is why I said you should have figured out who was doing what with Lucanus'
Who is carrying
stuff.
Lucanus' stuff?
Yeah. Because I have a few things on here that I have question marks next to because I don't know who wound up with them. But if you would like this studded leather armor instead of paying for studded leather armor.
Yeah, because I think there was some debate about who could use it, and at the time I had the... In that case,
I thought Kay would have been the only applicable person to have used it, I think.
I think Kay refused to wear Lucanus' old armor at the time.
At the time.
Well, so the crew has a set of studded leather armor that is magical. If somebody wants to wear it, they certainly can.
Okay.
If you want to use it, Cedric, that's okay. Because I figured by the time we get back to New Chester, you'd probably get like normal metal armor again, right?
Yeah, of course. There's
so then,
Dwarven
like, so why don't
blacksmiths
you
in
just
New Chester.
Yeah, so why don't you just use that set of leather armor until we get back to New Chester, and then we can just trade. I can just wear it, and then it'll be like wearing your old armor, and you're alive instead of Lucanus' old armor. He's not. So.
Valid.
Okay. I feel weird that I'm like the washing step in that process, but
You're a cleric. That's what you do is like washing and cleansing stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'll mystically purify the armor as I wear it to
Yes, that's a good idea. So then I feel less weird when I wear it.
Yeah, I have a spell for that. So yeah, don't worry. I'll use Moradin's cleansing fire to remove Lucanus from it.
So you're saying I shouldn't kill Cedric again while he's wearing this armor?
Yes, please.
There's no accounting for what he may do while wearing that armor, though.
Yeah, Cedric can always manage to kill himself. All right, so I'm gonna go back and cancel my order for the armor. Be like, oh, just remembered we had some. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Yeah. Happy to help if I can, but also if not, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry. I know that was really confusing, but like we had this bag on our cart and we hadn't gone through it in a couple of weeks. Kind of forgot that it was in there. This looks really high quality though. Master work even. So, I mean, for non-metal armor, I mean, clearly you know what you're doing. So,
thank you.
Yep, that's just my 2 cents. All right, bye.
Bye. Cedric, you now have +1 light fortification studded leather armor.
Yeah.
So it's studded leather armor, but has one more armor bonus to it than regular studded leather would. And you're going to want to write this down because I'm not going to keep track of it because it's a thing that only happens in very specific circumstances.
Okay, wait, sorry. It's studded leather armor, but with one more AC.
Right, so
than normal.
Regular studded leather. Whoops, that was too far. Regular studded leather. Okay, so this will give you a +4 to your armor class.
Wow, that's as good as scale mill.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's not as good as dwarven scale mail, but
protects the same. If you are struck with a critical hit, there's a 25% chance that the armor protects your vital areas and the damage will be rolled normally instead of critical.
wow.
Mm-hmm. It's magic.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes that I hate that I play Kay as like an actual human and not as a person who, and not as like a way to maximize her battle. Damn it! Why do you have feelings? Just put on the dead guy's stuff.
Quit role playing.
You'll get to wear it eventually. It's fine.
Let's see. Armor check penalty is wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
This is awesome.
So that's that. You also have some other things that are not that armor, but I just saw it as I was scrolling through the list of things you have. So Like there's a gold armband that Lucanus had been wearing that someone could be wearing because it's also a magic item.
Do we know what it does?
No.
He
Like-
just started wearing it, right? He
Yes.
just put on a random magic item. and
Yeah,
started
I'm
wearing it.
letting you know what the armor is because I'm never going to be able to remember and keep track of it.
You know, I feel like I've read enough stories about dwarven adventurers putting on random magic items
Mm-hmm.
that they don't know what they do, and it not ending out super great for them, that maybe we shouldn't just put on a random gold bracelet. I mean, you guys can if you want.
I mean, I don't know. I threw the random magic sparkly javelin, and that was cool. So
It just might be cursed, is all I'm saying. I don't even remember where Lucanus got this thing. Did he take this off of Thenga's body too? She was like a bad person.
The gold armband came off of the Ambrosids. One of them was wearing it.
Yeah, you might even turn into a bug or something.
Maybe Fletcher could tell what it does.
Is that a thing Fletcher can do?
Only if
You
you
should
have
ask him.
owl feather, some wine, and a pearl.
Yeah,
What
I'm
were those?
already
Get him a
gone.
Nautia feather.
Oh yeah, he went
Yeah.
back to the temple. He's not here
Yeah,
anymore.
oh yeah, yeah.
I'm already gone, but like I'm aware of many things we have that I believe are magical due to various times I've cast detect magic, but having gone through the university without having had a chance or the resources to really figure out what any of these things exactly does, I know to not, I'm not going to mess around with them because I've also read even at the university, we had in the stores and stuff of the university, a lot of really horrible cursed things that people were studying. And it was like, you didn't even want to touch it, let alone be like, I'm just going to put this on. So there is no way that I was going to be doing anything with the stuff I know we have until I can actually know what it does.
In my head, there's just fume hoods full of magic items.
I
We're
was
just leave it in there in the fume. It's fine. Just
yeah, your whole thing about horrifying stuff made me think back to our long ago conversation about horrifying things we found in lab freezers. Just there's bad stuff you don't mess with.
Yeah, the tub filled with the ethidium bromide gel waste that nobody wants to deal with, so it's just piling up and overflowing because everyone's like, I don't want to deal with it, and I don't know if there's anyone even left in the lab who knows what we're supposed to do about it. What university service do we call about this? I don't know. I'm not going to deal with it.
yeah,
Or
the
a
old
certain chemical
postdoc had
storeroom.
a cursed crown of Lolth and left it in a bath of blood, and now no one remembers what the safety protocol is to clean up the cursed blood bath, so we're just gonna leave it there and just put a little curtain around it.
Oh my god.
Or a chemical storeroom in Texas public high school that shall remain nameless that wasn't air conditioned during the summer. So sometime late in the summer, there would be a fun game of guess what that is, stripping all the finish off the wooden shelves and figure out how to clean it up.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a little bit of fuming nitric acid, hurt anybody.
I learned that you clean up bases differently than you clean up acids. At 12.
Yes, so you have this may or may not be cursed gold armband with some cool designs on it, and you also have the little chunk of something which Cedric determined is not a rock at the end of a long gold chain, and there's a very tiny something, looks like a bug maybe, trapped within this orangish colored not rock. Those are the two other magic items that you have that Lucanus had that nobody has claimed.
What was the description of that item again? Is it the bluish metal chain with a gem on it?
No, you have that one.
I was gonna say that I had that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was what we were
you
talking
have a
about.
blue metal chain with a small pendant of a perfectly spheroid clear blue gem.
Yeah.
Lucanus had a chunk of something kind of orangish yellow that looks like a rock but is not a rock. That is an amulet at the end of a long gold chain, and there's a tiny creature of some kind that appears to be trapped within the amber. I just gave it away, amber. And it looks like
I think we all kind of assumed it was amber.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much singing the Jurassic Park song in my
exactly,
head. So.
Yeah.
Is it a crane fly?
Well, because when I mentioned it the first time, you guys said something about Jurassic Park. Because if you look at it for long enough, the tiny creature within appears to twitch slightly.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Another thing that Lucanus just put on.
Yes, he did.
You know, and we wonder why he died.
I mean, he made a very conscious decision.
It's
but,
true. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the necklace.
No. Just he was a risk taker.
So,
if you're gonna like ask someone to volunteer to move on to the like ethereal plane and fight mysterious entities, you kind of want somebody who's like not opposed to risk. Like, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. I don't feel like Kay would have been like, yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, nope.
I had to say, are you having this conversation with Kay? This could get dicey.
No. Okay.
All right, team. Well, do we want to I don't know, go back to the temple, contemplate our lives, and then head out to the mine for tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I feel like now that we don't have a reason to stay here, we've done all our shopping, we're not waiting on my armor to be finished. We can just go first thing in the morning, but I know Fletcher's doing all this reading. I'd actually like to join him and kind of do my own perusal of all the books. Just kind of go through them and see if there's anything that's relevant to kind of my theories about the gods and what happened and the loss. Or anything
All
about
right.
Moradin.
Let's go back and have the most boring slumber party ever, I guess.
Yeah, if they're going to spend the rest of the day reading, I'm probably going to go out and just sort of do some foraging, find more of those medicinal plants and just more food, so we'll have stuff on the road.
Yeah. While you're out foraging, you encounter Braga doing the same. He sort of waves at you from a distance.
I'll actually go over and ask. We're probably gonna leave in the morning, but you all have been such wonderful hosts. I was just wondering if there was anything that you might need help with that I could do for you. I think you can fly, so you can kind of reach all the same places I can.
That's very kind, Nautia. I've enjoyed getting to know you. I can't think of anything that we need help with right now, but I think from one person very in tune with the world around us to another, keep your friends safe.
I'm trying.
Yeah, they seem like they need your help. But also, I can sense that you feel a great responsibility to the land as well. And I just want you to sort of continue to carry that in your heart. It's an admirable thing to have.
Thank you. I haven't encountered a lot more like us, I guess, along the way. Well, I guess one, but he was very bad.
The fellow you told us about.
Yeah. I didn't know you could wield our magics and be that bad to the land.
Magic is a set of tools.
Yeah.
And I don't know this person. Maybe he wasn't always bad, but...
Maybe. I mean, I guess none of the tools that he had were, bad at their root. It's just that he was using them for just greed. without considering anyone else.
I think if you think about what you know about nature, you see that that's true sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Obad-hai specifically was very neutral in his outlook on things that happened in his realm. Things can be by us considered good or bad, but a lot of things that are happening in nature are just that. They are good or bad in the perspective of each creature, but perhaps from a different perspective, they are the opposite.
Yeah, if your priority is just yourself, then there's a lot of things you can do that are good for you that aren't good for other people.
That's true. But I get the impression that you've got a clear head and you seem on a mission. So I wish you luck with all of that. And if you ever need our help again, you know where to find us.
Thank you.
All right, Temple Party, what are you doing?
I'm gonna come in.
Is that just me still though?
It sounds like the rest of them are coming in, but if you have any requests,
right.
you can go first. Yeah.
I've just been reading. I mean, there's just everything that's in here describing anything about these places, even if it's literally just like history or religion, practices, all of that. Just reading it and taking a lot of notes. Just like you would do, like it's basically like I'm doing a literature review.
Yeah.
I'm like writing down everything about the temples and like footnotes and margin scrawling of like connecting it with things that we've actually experienced. Try to like put things together. I think that's all that I'm really doing in there is trying to go through as much of this as I can. And probably if there's like, I know there's probably a lot of different books in here, but if there's like a couple that there's like many copies of,
Mm-hmm.
since Sue is okay with me taking some books, I think I will probably not review those right now because I'd be able to take a copy of a couple of those different books with me to keep working later. So I've kind of like went in, strategized, and now I'm going through all the literature that I can.
So like a reading triage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the things that there are like multiple copies of are mostly like the training pamphlets. So like there were pamphlets on like medical care and leadership and some stuff like that. There are also some storybooks similar to the one that you found in the Jungle Temple that there are some multiple copies of. And yeah, as you're reading sort of more like history side of things and just sort of trying to understand like the situation of this religion in the broader context of the world, you get the impression that these temples and the things that happened in them were pretty integral to life here on Arda, in a different way than like some other religions might be treated in other societies. That like, these temples were places of learning, places for medical care, but also just like this whole communing with the gods and being able to sort of like receive boons and things like that. Like this was a very sort of like, interactive faith. And also, I don't know if you, Ryan, have put this together yet, but thinking about the symbol that's tattooed on Kay's shoulder, you've seen it in the temples on the floor. You also saw it on like, the keystone every once in a while. You also saw it on pieces of jewelry on corpses in a temple. And so I didn't know if you'd put together yet, but like you get the impression that those might have been people like Kay, who had died and been put to rest in those sarcophagi. So that symbol seems to indicate both the ceremony that happens here, but also the Aasimars are the conduits that allow that ceremony to happen.
So I get the sense of more like, rather than like most religions in this world would be like, sometimes a god might respond or do something, but it's more of the like usually it's like the performativeness of religion, and it's like it's there so people have something to do, and it, I guess, makes them feel better or whatever, which is my general stance on religion. And but on Arda, it was like this was much more of like foundational to the like literal workings of this entire place. Like it's woven into the literal like ability for Arda to function.
Yes. Yeah. And not only is it interactional, like sort of through these temples, but you also get the impression, like if you think back to that first storybook that you read, and these others are kind of similar in the stories, like you realize that maybe the stories and the way that they present Ehlonna and obad-hai as sort of like walking among the other people, like maybe that's not just a story thing. Maybe they did sort of like walk among the people on this continent in a more interactive or real way than other gods, you know, were storied to have done. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll probably think back to that first book we had that sounded like just like stories, but now I'm probably like, no, it seems like people very much describing those kinds of events with the gods are just like maybe slightly elaborated, but real history. And I'm thinking back to like when they described that like leaf armor and things, and I'm starting to be like, these things might exist. Like these might be actual, just like the artifact of Ehlonna we just found.
Yeah, that's the impression you get. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kay and Cedric, when you come back to the temple, what are you interested in doing?
I'm just going to join Fletcher and reading.
Cool. Then, yeah, I think you wind up with a lot of similar insights. Was there anything else you were looking for beyond that stuff?
I mean, broadly, all that stuff, and then specifically, I'd be interested if there were any mentions of Moradin in any of the stories, but...
Control F, Moradin.
Yeah, exactly.
There are not. None of these stories directly mention any other gods. Not just Moradin, but like there's no mention of, you know, Pelor or anybody else. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kay is just gonna sit in like the ceremony room and just kind of like think about life and journal.
Cool. You're in there in the dark. Did you bring a light with you?
I have dark vision.
Okay. She's sitting in the dark.
Then like, I don't know. Why would I need to bring light if I can see?
Fair enough. Just curious.
Now you have a migraine, though. You can see, it just hurts.
Angst.
Angst.
No one understands how I feel, man.
Oh my goodness. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to do next, I guess? How long are you all spending on each of these things? And then reconvening?
I'm probably, knowing that we can't leave until tomorrow I mean, we're staying the night, it's still late today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to read until we decide we're going to like have dinner, or if we're going to go like, I don't know, purchase or trade for something, whatever we're going to do, and then probably go read some more and then go to bed. So like that's literally planning on napping my whole day so I can get through as much as I can. I haven't had a chance to actually like sit down and do something like this in a really long time. So that's definitely all that I'm doing.
Nice.
At some point, I will check in and let you know that I do actually have some good berries that are only good through the end of the day if you don't want to cook dinner.
Will they taste as terrible as the acorns?
They will taste like the berries that they were before I cast magic on them.
Hope you pick some good ones.
Besides which, you've already had 2, so you shouldn't need dinner because you've had 2 meals today already.
I am surprisingly still full, so now that you mention it.
I'm good with good berry takeout instead of actually cooking food.
Just given what I was hearing from the others, I was like,
Comes in a
Yeah,
little
if there's
stuff.
one for me, so I don't have to like spend as much time on dinner, I would definitely take a good berry.
Is that a thing
No, I
everybody would
made-
like out of character?
I made 5 yesterday and then didn't have to use them, and they're good for 2 days now because
Oh,
I can do level 2 spells.
Should we just like fast forward till tomorrow morning if we're just
Yeah,
gonna?
that's if you didn't want to do anything else, we certainly can.
Doodly
Alrighty.
doodly.
Yep. Yeah, it's morning. What do you want to do now?
I think while we're eating breakfast, since I was already gone when they then decided to like cancel the order. They remembered they had armor. We're not spending that money. Blah blah blah. I think when we're at breakfast, I think I'm going to ask like, so before we go out, can we stop by Tora and Lil's and see if there's any kind of better style robery for me to wear? I'd get hurt extremely easily.
Oh yeah, sure. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, I never wanted to say anything before, but yeah, it doesn't seem tactically like the most. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, we should go. We should do that like right now.
Yeah,
Because then
and
we
then
can.
we can load the wagon up if you want to go.
It's going to be either a yes or a no, and if there's something better than literally just the travel robe that I've been wearing, I can change like that. It shouldn't take any time.
And you're tall, so like they probably have something that would fit you already.
I bet a Raptoran child size may work for me.
Yeah,
Plus you could
see,
always
that's what I'm
cuff it.
saying.
Cuff it at the
Yeah.
bottom if it's too long.
Yeah, you should totally do that. Come back. Oh, you should get something like really colorful and pretty cool. You know what I mean?
My travel robe is a nice like green and like with yellow parts to it. Okay, then I'll go and I'll meet you all down there, just in the square.
Yeah, sure thing.
We'll get everything packed up.
All right, I'm gonna just
You
turn
can
and go right
can
out the
buy
door.
dye if they're only white stuff because that's what happened to Cedric. But you can buy. I asked you can buy different colored dye if you want to like dye your robes yourself. I'm just saying if you don't like white because it gets stained pretty easily as Cedric showed us. It's a. All right, so we'll see you later, Fletcher. I'll catch up with you real soon. Bye.
All right, so you're headed down to Tora and Lil's place.
Yeah.
So the doorway is not open like the last 2 times that you were there.
Okay. Yeah. What time is it?
If it's morning, then yeah, like that's it's obviously a reasonable time to be awake.
Okay.
It's not that early, but yeah, their door just happens to be closed this time.
I guess I'll knock, but not that loudly, because maybe it's too early.
So you knock, and after a moment, you hear someone coming to the door, and it opens, and you can see like part of Tora's face peek out through the crack, and and she like opens the door and then sort of like pulls it closed behind her and is like, "Hi, nice to see you again. What can I do for you today?"
Hi. I'm sorry. Am I here? Is the shop not open? Is this too early? I wasn't sure.
No, it's fine. Everything's all right.
I'm not interrupting anything.
No, I guess it's silly for me to be not saying it because you're the ones that found it, I guess. But Lil's just she's a little sad today, so I'm just trying to give her some time.
Yeah, I am so sorry. Sue did tell us that was your younger sister.
Well, Lil's a younger sister, but yes, yeah. It's not that it's unexpected because she had never come home. It's just sad to have the evidence now. So, yeah.
No, I understand. I'm very sorry. If it's at all possible right now, I can certainly go if this is a bad time.
Not at all.
But we're about to head out and was seeing if there's any kind of more protective sort of robing that you may provide as the tailors here. I have just my travel robe. I can't really wear much in the way of any kind of real armor. It just does not go together well with casting spells and the sorts of things that I do. But so if there was, I don't know, if perhaps if you have enchanted cloth that you've made items out of, or anything that I may be able to use in our travels. I was coming down simply to see what the shop had.
No, that's totally fine. I don't, unfortunately, have any sort of magical clothing or cloth like you're describing. That would be really something. We don't get a lot of demand for something like that up here, but yeah, I'm very sorry I don't have anything available like that, but I wish you luck and safety on your travels. It sounds like you all have been up to some very exciting things.
Yeah, we wish us luck. We're heading back into the desert. And so thank you so much for letting me know and for everything you've done for us while we've been here.
Not a problem. It was wonderful to meet you. Yeah, if you're ever back this way again, don't be shy. Come say hi.
Then I guess I'll say bye, and then I'll just stand. I'm gonna wait in the square for everyone to come down.
Cool. The rest of you making your way down into the town? Okay, sorry. My audio system cut off like it does sometimes. Could you say the first part of that again? Sorry.
Oh, just that last night I would have used to create water to like fill all our water skins and make sure we were good to go there, and then also like gathered some berries and did a fresh batch of good berries.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody else got prep stuff to do before you meet up?
If I'm in the square, I probably just I take a casual look in the seed pouch to see if there's 3 in there again today.
There are indeed 3 acorns in there.
Just wanted some good confirmation.
Yep.
What a scientist.
Mm-hmm. All right, so are the 3 of you meeting up with Fletcher down in the village then?
Yep.
Marvelous. Alrighty. You are all back together, standing in between the rock walls of this Raptoran village that you've come to know rather well over the last few days. And what would you like to do?
Let's head back to the mine.
Following you guys.
Actually, I don't know which way it is because, in case you guys forgot, I was dead on the way here.
I did actually forget that. I don't actually remember how we got here either because we were led and I was a little distraught. We went through a cave though. There were purple mushrooms from what I remember.
There were.
Seems accurate.
I think it's safe to say that I would probably remember the path back.
Yeah, you can give me a survival check to be sure.
Yeah.
We're rolling dice. It's almost like we're playing D&D.
Almost. You say that, but these are my dice.
Oh, wow.
Okay, oh, I just lost it. 13?
Okay, yeah, I mean, it was kind of a twisty path, so you might not follow it exactly, but, like, you can make it back down the side of the mountain and back into the hill country and back out onto the desert. Yeah, like, the desert's kind of hard to miss. Like...
Yeah, and with the 3 of us having gone with Ija, we probably could work it back out together. We had a lot of time to probably remember the path we were going, because it's not like we were going fast. We had a cart with a body in it.
Yep.
So.
Mm-hmm.
We still have the cart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you brought it. You said that you were going to fill up the cart.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I don't want to have to carry both of the tents again, so the cart's really handy.
while you're packing, you definitely notice that one of the tents is no longer usable.
Yeah. Do you want to explain to Peter what happened to the tent while he wasn't here?
Yes,
Oh,
Nautia.
right. Yeah, no, and just as you're packing, you definitely discover that one of the tents looks like it maybe was sort of tied up into sort of a bag kind of situation.
There's
It's
definitely
got
a
some weird
hole cut
holes
in
in
it.
it. Looks a little bit like something that you might put a person in to try to immobilize them if you really didn't have a lot of tools at your disposal to do that, maybe.
A person who can shapeshift.
Yeah. And was roughly dwarf-sized.
It's like, is this like a arts and crafts thing that you guys were working on, or should we save this? Is this still? We need this cloth for
Sure, we could
like
burn it.
Is it still
projects. I mean,
It's
you could
usable as
use
a
it
body
as
bag.
a bag with a hole in it.
Maybe
Probably use it to patch holes and stuff.
Maybe we can
Man.
figure out if we'll have a use for it as we talk on our way back about how we're going to handle going back into the mine. I could see it being I don't know, he tried to escape out the door of the mine last time, and we had closed it. If we're there again, I think he would probably predict that happening again and have some way to get the door open. But if underneath the door we also stretched out the broken tent, so it would act like a net and he would hit it, and that would be something new that he wouldn't expect. We basically have to come in at him in a whole new way.
I'm for that. I mean, we have a cart, so just throw it in the cart.
Also, if you're concerned about the holes, it would be really cool if one of the two casters in the party had the ability to mend things.
I don't have men prepared, so I wouldn't even suggest
it's
it.
not you. It's the one who always forgets he has mending.
Yeah. Let me check and see if
You
I have it
used it
prepared.
once. I forgot
I did,
when
I
you
used
Oh,
it
the
once.
glass bottle. You guys
I have
were
it
like,
prepared.
yeah, look at that. Yeah, you guys were like trying to figure out how to like recreate the glass bottle, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing I can do." Like 20
I always
minutes
forget
later.
about my cantrips. They're always so useless. I'll cast a mending on it. We can always cut a hole back in it if we want to make it into a net. Although Nautia has a net, so we could just use net if we need a net.
Use for something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for now we could use it as a tent because it's a tent again.
If we have a lot that ends up needing to be fixed, I can also prepare mending one day.
So can I, apparently.
Oh well, there you go.
I was suggesting we just like sew it, but I mean, not all of us can wield magic, so whatever.
Also, I don't have a needle and thread. I don't know about you, but
Shopkeeper's kid wants to sell the tent with holes in it. The casters want to fix the holes. This feels on brand. All right, so you now have 2 whole tents. WHOLE, whole tents.
And we be walking.
And you be walking. Yeah. So again, it took you like, I think I said it was like 3 days to get from here back to the mine. So we will fast forward. Maybe the, so 15, 16, 17. Yeah. Yeah. So the 17th, the evening of the 17th.
So we encounter nothing on our journey.
We'll just very nicely fast forward you through it and say that you didn't encounter anything.
Man, those good berries are handy.
Watch it.
Saying.
The good berries that I created before we left will run out basically as we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we got the acorns.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And how much Goodberry also does a small amount of healing, right?
It'll
What
do 1 point of healing. So
okay.
do not eat those bad boys before we go into that mine.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Should we feel like we should even though if we're saying we've gone there now, we should have the totality of the conversation we would have had over the past 3 traveling days of what are we gonna do? Not like we get there and start talking about it right outside the mine.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
So-
thought our plan was just to go in, destroy the stuff, and leave.
We have to assume that he's going to expect us to come back. So
Yes. And
it's going to be even
probably
more trapped than
prepared.
it was last time.
Yes.
So we should knock.
If by knock you mean knock him the fuck out when we get to him, then yes.
I don't know. I'm not the brains behind this operation. All I do is shoot people.
Well, as the brains behind this operation.
Maybe you shouldn't leave your friend sleeping in the middle of nowhere while you, I don't know, 101 battle a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Valid criticism. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
I think Nautia had some ideas back in town.
So I have an idea for sort of stopping the pollution, maybe, but I'm not sure about if he's there. We need to have a game plan for that.
Yeah, I bet we wouldn't have very long to do much about the pollution if he is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just kill him? I
I mean-
wanted to in the beginning.
Well,
That
that's
would
what
sort
we
of
want to do, Kay. But if we go in there, he probably has more traps set up, and he
Mhm.
would know that we're coming again, unlike last time. So we have to have a very different approach. We all want to kill him, 100%. 4 out of 4
Yeah.
people consensus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll second that motion.
Do you think we can lure him out somehow?
When we ran into him, it looked like he had not come outside for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There might be something he would come up for again, but I don't know.
It seemed like he sort of had, everything down there. I mean, we took his cart, so he wouldn't have been able to go out for supplies as easily, I guess.
And he's probably got mushrooms down there stocked away for months.
Yeah, he didn't seem like I think maybe he left to take the stuff that he was mining, but he seemed pretty self-sufficient.
He may have even had people coming to pick things up. He may have never left the mine. He could have had deliveries, people coming to get things from him.
Maybe.
Because I think very likely he seemed so obsessed with the mine and what he was getting out of it that I can't see him ever wanting to leave it to go do deliveries or to have abandoned it after. I would think he's back in there now.
Yeah. I do.
We could try to. We might not be able to draw him outside, but we perhaps could get him to the other side of the river that's in there, so we don't have to cross that bridge, so we're not in the tight quarters that we ran into with him last time, up in the area that he seemed to be living or scheming or whatever he was doing. Camping, existing, being vile, I don't know.
Mhm.
But if we could make enough noise to get him to the other side, there were all those rooms. We could be sort of waiting in ambush, so that he may see only one of us and maybe think the others have died. He doesn't know that Cedric is even back.
Yeah, we should totally hide Cedric.
We could get him
Okay.
down the hallway and basically get him in a pincer attack with people on both sides. Just thinking back to some of the sort of war strategy books that I've read in the library, If he's caught in between the two groups of us, it's going to be a lot harder for him to get away.
He doesn't know that Cedric is alive, so we could keep Cedric up by the entrance to sort of guard or maybe catch him there.
You better have your tagline ready, Cedric, and hit him real hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll think of something cool to say.
Other than that, we'd have to, our plan would probably have to be to probably not even take a single step before we know each step is clear of traps and magic and anything he may have laid through the mine.
That's a good idea. Okay, so we're going to go in slow and carefully, go into those first couple of set of rooms, cause a ruckus, and try and lure him over there? Is that the plan?
Oh, yeah, like, why don't we just make a big, loud, bloom, explosion-y thing? Maybe he'll come running out to find what it was. Or why don't we just light his whole mine on fire? He has to come out eventually.
What would we use to make a big enough fire to do that?
Magic, duh.
After all this time, Kay, I'm concerned you still don't understand how magic works.
Well, it's not like I use it. I just see its effects. I watched you light stuff up before. Like, you lit Tang on fire and you lit a tent on fire once.
Well, that was
So,
a
like,
candle. Candles aren't magic.
Okay, well, there's a lot of wooden stuff in there. If you just, grease it and then, use your fire spell, won't everything just, explode into fire and then just, go and be, sucked down the tunnel? Because isn't that how, stuff works?
Well, if we want to, I guess, smoke him out of the cave, we don't even have to do that with magic. If there's enough things in there to burn, or maybe even we burn the cart and the old tent or something, we can light that on fire with anything. And
all right,
maybe
then
that
let's
would
light
be
it on
enough.
fire.
So Kay's vote is just light the mine on fire.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to work. I mean, it's not a well-built mine, but it's also not heavily reinforced with wood. There's not a lot of burnable stuff down there, Kay, from what I can recall.
And there was quite a bit of water down there.
Yeah.
We should just light it on fire anyway.
Okay. We will try to do that. And since we've got Fletcher there, we will probably do that.
We could burn the bridge down.
It's a
That was
stone
mostly
bridge.
wood. Oh, is
The
it?
stone.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Stone is flammable.
A little bit of the stuff at his campsite was flammable, but a lot of it was also full of caustic chemicals.
I'm sure that burns, right?
They might.
Yeah, we should try it. Then we can poison him out.
I like that
maybe also
idea.
poison us in the process.
We sneak back up to where he was before and then blow it up.
Yeah, he can have a taste of his own medicine, literally, because we'll poison him. And then, yeah, that seems fair.
Does it sound like you're maybe having a thoughtful moment or a thoughtful pause? Yeah. In that case, let's go on our halfway break so that they can get some more fuel for their thinking machines, and we will be back in a few minutes. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out with us in the chat or just watching. We appreciate you being here. So yeah, we're going to take 10-ish minutes to take a break, and you can do the same, and then we'll be back. See you soon. Hey, we're back! Hello, everyone. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with us. The crew is very concerned that they need some sort of special magic weapon to complete this task. But yeah, you all were
Worth killing sniper rifle.
Right. Yeah, you all were in the middle of coming up with a plan and ideas, so I will shut up and let you keep planning.
So, sort of what I had in mind as far as sort of stopping the pollution source is basically just collapsing the path that the water is using to get out of there. Because I have a spell that should help me do that, just sort of pull down the stone directly over it. If you think that will be effective. I mean, mainly we got to make him stop doing his thing.
Yeah, I think as long as we stop him, eventually it'll just kind of take care of itself.
Yeah, it was what he was doing, right? The water, the water coming out of that waterfall initially was okay, but then as it entered through the area where he was working, it picked up all the stuff he was dumping out. And I don't know. I mean, it was not the source of the river, obviously, but I don't know if stopping that flow of water that normally makes it out to the river could have a negative effect on the river, because part of the water that feeds into that river system is now cut off.
Yeah. I'm just not sure how long it would take to clear all of the bad things that are currently kicking around in there, because he has basically loosened everything up and it is now freely eroding all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I said we throw his body into the river, maybe it'll plug it up. I don't remember how big it is, but I imagine very large.
You plug what up? The river?
Mm-hmm. I mean, just based on the fact that he kicked my ass so effectively, I'm just assuming he's like a really big guy.
I mean, he'd probably just turn into a crocodile or something. And
oh, right. Is that what that thing is called?
Yes, we have them up here on the surface.
Weird. We do not have them underground.
No, they don't tend to hang out underground.
Yeah, they would be really creepy if they did, though.
They like rivers, actually.
Now I want to see a cave, an eyeless cave crocodile. That should be a monster
I don't want
block.
to see that. I don't like that.
There has to be an equivalent, like in the Underdark or whatever the sort of equivalent sort of area of the world is. Yeah. There has to be something. I've been thinking more about how to deal with him, and it seems like us going as carefully as possible to avoid harm to ourselves, while at the same time setting up our own roadblocks and traps on his potential exit. Because we know if things start to get bad, he seems to want to just flee. And so if we have those things set up, it may help us be able to catch up with him, stop him from fleeing. Anything we can set up that maybe even spring something that will additionally harm him.
There's only the one way out, so that's handy.
Yeah. So if we have things set up along the way and flush him out, we'll have things to spring on him that he doesn't know about.
Yeah, so what can we set up?
I mean, I like the idea of a net, since you guys were saying he tried to fly out, stretched across the opening, or the ladder up.
Do you remember? Did Lucanus have the bottles of alchemist fire. And I can't remember. I mean, like out of character. Did we use those?
I don't remember using alchemist fire.
I remember getting them identified back in town a long time ago. And they were, I thought they were in Lucanus's stuff. So the bulk of those items in like his bag and those things, I believe they all were to Cedric to be carried.
I don't remember you using alchemist fire. So.
Yeah, I don't remember using it.
I don't have it in my inventory.
Okay. Well, then nix that. That was going to be a trap component Fletcher was going to suggest.
Would have been really great if we hadn't left it sitting on a rock in the jungle.
Yeah. Oh. I'm like going through my bag. I pull out a little patch. We got these tangling patches from the Evixians that we could
good.
potentially use as a trap to slow him down.
Yeah, I have one of those too.
Yes.
So we could create sort of either succession of these or a like thick area on all four walls around him. Maybe even going up the ladder. So if he tries to go back up, it will catch him in midair.
Can you preset Tanglefoot? Yeah.
I don't know, Sheryl. What are the limitations on the patch? Like, does it have to be the like battle activated thing that you throw down, or can you set them to be activated by somebody going over them later?
Yeah, it's a tangle patch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I wrote
Okay.
Tangle patch. Is like one of those like little firecracker snapper popper things that you throw on the ground and it just goes, or like
because there's a Tanglefoot bag.
Right. That's
and we
definitely.
have patches. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Tanglefoot bag is the one that you can. That's. Sorry, I'm moving my microphone again. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't stack my microphone on top of all my D&D books. Anyway. The Tanglefoot bag that you can get from, like, that's in the player's handbook. That's like a more mundane version of this. So let me find it again. Wait, why?
So the Tangle patch
Who did
from the
this
Magic Item
alphabetizing?
Compendium says, when thrown up to 50 feet, it bursts, creating an entangle effect for 5 rounds.
There you go. Somebody did the alphabetizing in this book really terribly. There it is. Yeah. So you must throw it. When it lands, it creates an entangle effect centered on the point of impact with a duration of 5 rounds. Once it's activated, entangle patch is expended and cannot be reused.
Well, so then we have them, and if we do have people waiting in like forward area, like if he tries to start going, we can have those to throw immediately.
If you wanted to, so I would rule that this would work kind of like how the Thunderstone, that you have works, that like it just has to be hit against something hard. So like you can either throw a stone, or you can just smack it against like a wall or something. So similarly, if you set up the Tangle patch and then it was somehow impacted by something rather than like being thrown and then impacting the ground, I would allow that setup to still allow it to burst open and do its thing. Yeah.
Okay.
What about like if someone stepped on it?
I don't know if that's like enough of a force, right?
Also, it's a small bit of surface area to expect him to step on.
Yeah.
Right.
That too.
Right.
So basically, because we have 2 of these.
Yes.
I have one, and Fletcher has one, I think.
Yeah.
So if whoever's like guarding the door, or whoever's last, basically has one that we can use as a last resort to stop him, and then someone up front has the other one.
I was thinking like the bridge and the ladder out would be two good options.
Mm-hmm.
There was a long hallway at the bottom of the ladder, but the
Mhm.
bridge.
Yeah. He can fly over the bridge if he wants to.
Oh yeah, he can.
Mhm.
Oh right. Stupid.
That first hallway with the 4 rooms that were coming off of it seems like the
hallways are
tightest
very
point.
narrow and hard to fly in. Yes.
Yeah, where he even kind of has a little trouble like
Mhm.
moving perfectly through that, and that could
Yeah.
be a good point to be strategic.
Mm-hmm.
And we have those stones that you have too, Cedric, that can make a flash and can be used to blind him and slow him down.
Yeah, I think our odds may be better if we can fight him in that narrow hallway. Just
I won't be of much use in that hallway, but
Fill it with grease.
so then everybody gets lit on fire.
We could always fill it with grease. How long does the grease last?
couple of rounds, wasn't it?
This is I would get it. It would last 5 rounds for me, so it would last 30 seconds.
So we couldn't like fill it with grease and then go further into the dungeon, and then like if he tries to escape, set it on fire.
No, it would have to be. It also would have to be within 35 feet of me is where I could cast it. So there's a lot. I feel like, I mean, if need be, I'm willing to be the last person in line, like waiting in a room at the end of the tunnel. If he's trying to escape, I can either be casting grease. He would then be past the point where I'd be able to cast spells at him in a direction that is not towards the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so my newly acquired 150-foot long lightning bolt would not hurt all of you while casting at him. So that's why these narrow hallways are not great for me.
Yeah, we could stick you down toward the door with a tanglefoot patch and that, basically.
Or even if you want me, I don't know, on the surface. So then if you do something that is a signal that he's coming up, I can also do that down the shaft with the ladder. And if he emerges out, I know he moves fast, but like I said, my lightning bolt does go 150 feet.
So we're talking about splitting up?
But knowing where everybody is.
And 2 of us would be conscious. I think that would help.
Yeah, there would be 4 of us.
We were all conscious
participating
initially and did not ever plan to be unconscious. So like
yeah, but
until
now
the
you know
dwarf
what
didn't
could make us
recognize
unconscious and make
Until
us conscious again.
And it was up until the dwarf didn't recognize the common cave thing that put people to sleep.
You know, you don't expect to see species that you're used to back home occurring here. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It was
so
it's
if any of
it's
us
a reasonable
fall asleep
mistake.
again,
Anybody could have made
now
it.
we know.
Smack him in the
So
face.
we should all 4 still be awake.
So it's a human
I
introduced
hope
exotic
Cedric falls
species.
asleep just so I can slap him.
Probably dwarf introduced. He probably brought it with him.
It's like a calorie pair.
Yeah. I mean, if he's polluting a river, he's introducing invasive species. I mean, we could just assume that he's just all around bad guy.
The mine is probably like filled with zebra mussels.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh man, if we could introduce zebra mussels to clog up the river to block the pollution.
It does have so far to go. Maybe it would clean the mine, but then they wouldn't go travel through the ground to the river.
No, they still would.
There are
They
filters
still
in
would,
place,
yeah. They would go. They would somehow
anywhere.
somehow get
Yeah,
through there.
yeah. We have to travel back to get the parasitoid to reintroduce to the chestnuts for the Abixians. So we
yeah.
should pick up. We could pick up some zebra mussels while we're back in.
You're not going all the way to Tenebria. That's not
No.
Come on, zebra mussels has biocontrol. We're gonna upset a lot of people here. I think it's great.
That parasitoid can be handled by Fantasy USDA, and they can.
Which you
I'm
wanted
pretty
to
sure
set
we-
up at one point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
That's
we
true.
asked like an NPC to deal with that.
Did you? I think where
think
you
so.
Did we
left
tell them?
that
I think
is
we
that
might have.
the Abixians decided that they would try to figure out what to do about it, but they appreciated the information.
Oh, I thought there was like a innkeeper back in town that we were like, oh, we could ask this person about it or something. Not relevant. Not relevant. But in character, I spend like an hour being like, no, I'm pretty sure that we asked
Mm-hmm.
Leroy or Elrond,
Elrond?
one of those.
Elrond, the Elf King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope that's a Cedric thing that you like can't remember any of the NPCs in town when you get back. Like,
Just the humans.
oh okay.
Ouch.
They all look like belt buckles to me. So
Yeah.
So the plan is Cedric waits out, or Fletcher waits outside. Right. And the three of us go in. But we were also talking about using me in reserve as like a surprise I'm not dead anymore.
I would think in one of the rooms at the bottom.
Okay.
So
So
there's
then
there's the
Kay
long
and Nautia
hallway
go in.
to just you'd set up the traps and they'd be able to cause the diversion to get him into the hallway.
I mean, we could just kind of yell down the hallway to get him to come down the hallway, I think.
Should be
I think
pretty
he's gonna
echoey.
suspect a trap, right? Like if you just like, hey, dumbass, we're back. We're over here. Come get us. Like,
Very Home Alone.
mhm.
Man.
I mean, we're basically setting up traps with like, why don't we just hang paint cans from the ceiling of the cave and
Yeah.
hit him with it
Put
when he's
some
coming
Legos
up the
on
broken
floor.
stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put down
looking at
micro
my items
machines.
now, thinking cover the door handle with grease. Light it on
I don't know,
fire.
guys. Let's just go down there and figure it out. All our plans are probably gonna go to shit anyway. So, YOLO.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Kay. I kind of like the idea of like go down there, find him, hit him with my warhammer a bunch of times until he dies, and then throw his body in the river.
So, question, if you don't think that collapsing the tunnel is necessary, then that means that I can free up that spell slot to do something like summon Swarm instead.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yes.
We could kick off the
What does
Party
that
with this
do?
swarm
of-
Do you summon
I
a
can-
swarm of bees?
I can summon rats, bats, or spiders.
Everybody likes
Whoa.
swarms of spiders on this show.
You can summon rats, and we've been eating berries this whole time.
We could be eating these swarms.
I'm not sure they stick around.
Oh,
That little
yeah, that
magical
would be
creatures.
disappointing. You were just hungry again
Mm-hmm.
1 minute later.
Yeah.
Bats could be useful if they have a good movement speed. Or does the swarm always have the same speed as like a spell, or is it stationary?
No, it's a swarm of the things, so they can
Okay.
move it. So like I can only cast it 30 feet away from me. But then could like send it that way, down the thing and have him basically just start attacking him if we've got him in sight.
I'm just thinking about like sitting on your patio at dusk in the summer and just being like eaten up by mosquitoes, and being like, Summon swarm of bats.
I would like that.
Magical.
Yeah.
Probably work for 5 whole minutes and they'd be right back because mosquitoes are the worst.
My cactuses haven't been pollinated this year. Summon bats.
It's very specific. So?
And bananas and papayas and
Mm-hmm.
all the other wonderful bat pollinated fruit.
There's some druid somewhere being paid to pollinate some banana plantation
Oh.
in Arda.
Sure. So are we abandoning all plan and being really pessimistic, or are we sticking with the plan?
Is the plan?
What
Are we going to
plan?
vote on what we're going to do? I feel like that's kind of what it's coming down to.
I think
Man,
we
literally
set up-
whatever. Just give me instructions and I'll follow them.
I think we set up. I think we set up
We
a
should,
net.
we should have some fail safes, towards the exit. He's just gonna fly away, or he'll just get away again. Anything we can
I
do
totally
to the door,
chill with trapping the door on the way out.
Yeah. You know, all right, here's what we do. We cram one of those tanglefoot patches into the handle of the door. So when he like grabs it to try and open it, it's like and his hand stuck to the door. He's got to grip it pretty hard to like open it, right? That would probably activate it.
that work?
I don't know. We could try it.
Wasn't it just like a trapdoor you would just push on? It didn't have any kind of like contraption or like handle that you could like slip in between the mechanics to like.
Oh man. Okay. Does your dog have any suggestions for?
He wants to be a lab dog again. Oh, I love this so much. Oh my god.
So you get for wearing a onesie and looking so comfortable. Bedtime, right?
Then what else will we do to prevent him from? I mean, so like, do we want to do a net before the door? So we have the door closed behind us. Maybe some way. I don't know if we have a way to make it to secure it more so he can't like open it easily. And then, but before that in the tunnel, set up a net or some kind of deterrent roadblock there.
Hey, Nautia, you were just talking about how you had a spell that could, like, you could use to manipulate stone, right?
Yeah, so I can soften an area of stone, and if it happens to be the part of the stone that's holding more stone under it, then that could make it collapse or help it collapse.
So you couldn't just like melt the ladder or the trap.
Well, the
door,
ladder wasn't made of
so-
stone.
Right. Okay.
The ladder was a trap
Metal.
ladder. Wooden.
Okay. So you're an earthbender, but not a metal bender. Got it.
Well, that was a wooden ladder, I think.
Oh.
I can do something with wood. I don't remember what it is. I can shape wood.
He can fly. The ladder doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the trap door that we need to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make the trap door bigger so that it's like sealed shut? Like when
I can soften it. That's what I can do with it.
so you can't shape it to be bigger. Okay. Here's what we do. We take a tanglefoot patch, we put it over the edge of the trapdoor, slam the trapdoor closed so that it so that it like catches the trapdoor and then it won't be able to open again.
And until the spell dissipates, probably rather quickly.
Ah,
Just a few
dang.
rounds. I think having just one person who is a dedicated last line of defense may be our best bet.
We could take the wagon and turn it upside down and put it over the door. So if he tries to fly out, pops the door open, he flies up and bashes his head against against the wagon.
Just
I don't
then
know how we
have to
do that
also
from
get the door
inside,
back
but-
closed. I mean, because we could kind of like.
Narratively,
I
I
also
like
don't
the
like the idea of trapping us in a mine.
It's fair. Narratively, I like the idea of me being the last line of defense as like a surprise motherfucker, but I feel like tactically it makes the most sense for Fletcher to be our last line of defense.
Yeah, because
I
then
do
he can
like
like
that of-
blast fire down the shaft or something.
Yeah.
All right, so are we just gonna like go for it? Are we gonna like set some traps?
I think we do net and then Fletcher.
All right, that sounds fair.
That's our backup plan. Fletcher, you're our backup plan.
Should I be outside the door so that I can move the cart on top of it? Or do we want the door open so I can get a signal? Should I be down in the mine? Because then if he gets out, he's gone. We can't possibly get up fast enough to get to him.
Well, with that trick ladder he's got, we can't get up and down easily anyway.
He did show us how to use it though on the way out last time.
He showed us how to reset it.
Oh, we know which
I
rung
don't-
is trapped. So
Oh, I
But
guess
we know which
do,
rung
yeah.
was trapped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he rebuilt the entire trick ladder.
I mean, it has been
Maybe.
a week.
He's had like a week, yeah.
Yeah.
well, I know
I'm
what
sure
I'm
there's
looking
new
for this
things.
time, so I could like look at it better, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see everything. Yep. Fletcher, if you want to wait outside and put the card on top of the door, and then we can do our secret friend knock so that you know it's us when we come back out.
Fletcher, do you want me to stay outside with you? Because I'm like also like it's hard for me to fight in close combat as well. I'm like not as good at it. Cedric doesn't look happy about that.
Remember
I
that thing
guess.
about having all four of us?
Yeah,
Right,
like
alright, yeah,
last
yeah,
time
go,
Fletcher
go.
and I fought this
Yeah.
guy on our own, it didn't go super well. And like I
That is
know
true.
Nautia is a very capable individual, but like Fletcher's also a very capable individual, and
He can do what I
Alright.
do, only better. So
All right, I'll go with you guys.
I mean you can fly and punch stuff. So like you have other attributes, Nautia.
sorry, I'm just watching Cheryl's reactions. They're very good.
I feel like we shouldn't all split up. I
Okay.
feel very since that's what went wrong last time. I feel like we shouldn't split up. And
Yep.
Kay, honestly, I think we'll need you down there to
Okay.
spot traps. if
Oh,
nothing
that is a good
else.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
let's
we'll-
do this then.
Set up the net. I'll stay outside and move the cart on top of the door so that if he comes out, unless you want me down there in a room so that I mean, otherwise I can't get down to help when things start happening.
Yeah. If we could have you right inside the entrance. Because there was like nothing on that first hallway, right? And then there were rooms on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, it went down and then turned, and after the turn, there were the 4 rooms, including the one with the bad gooey water.
So like if you
And-
stay in that first hallway and we just know to stay clear of that hallway if he starts running,
Yes, if
then
you
have a
chase
straight shot.
once you would chase him, once he would leave the cavern with the waterfall and the river, it's a straight shot down that initial hallway, and I would be able to do things down that hallway.
I like that idea. Then you're within yelling range if we need you.
Yes.
You'll be able to hear us.
Let's make sure everybody has healing potions.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got a
since-
bunch in my bag.
Since you all
You guys
will
not
be
have a bunch?
No,
Got one.
because you have all.
We
of
gave them all to you because you were the healer.
You're supposed to be the healer, man.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. And he just like starts pulling them out, clink, and just like piling them. Like as I'm pulling the cart, I'm like pulling them out of the bag, setting them on the cart, just like making this like
many?
kind of pile.
How many do you have?
I have 6 potions of cure light wounds and 4 potions of cure moderate wounds.
So since you all will be together,
One of them is granola.
I'm
But you all be
sorry. You
together.
had 10 potions?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he didn't
He
use
had
anything.
12. We used 2 of them on him.
Yeah, and he didn't use anything on himself.
I was trying to kill him. I was focused on
I'm not
killing
gonna
him.
give
should have just
you
left
any more
you
healing
dead.
potions.
I'm one of those players that likes to, not use any potions, and,
Just
throughout
in
the
case
whole
you need
game.
them later. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's been hoarding healing potions.
Yeah.
Well, I have 1 healing potion. So
As do I.
Well,
if you want to like
all right. I give each of you a potion of cure moderate wounds, and so everybody has 1 now. And then I'm gonna give Nautia 2 potions of cure light wounds, and then I guess that probably is good, right? Now you guys have like, did it work for everybody?
Who has the seed pouch?
The what? Oh, the
The
seed pouch,
nutsack.
Fletcher.
So
Fletcher.
that's what I wanted to say. Since I'll be alone, you'll all be together and you can help each other out with using those things. So it makes sense for you to have a lot more of those on hand than myself. So I wanted to give somebody the seed pouch initially, so in case something happens, you have that in reserve.
I vote Nadia. She's the most responsible of the 3 of us going down there.
Okay, I didn't want to say this before in front of the Raptorans, but like person who has maybe the most mystic connection with Ehlonna might be. Okay, I know we were all thinking it, but come on, Kay.
But I feel like I never talked to them before. I don't think I count.
But like she said, they were like secret special benefits for you, right?
Well, she said that if you had a strong connection with the gods, and they could have special fancy benefits, but I don't think I have a strong connection with the gods.
She said specifically Ehlonna, not the gods.
Okay, fine. But I mean, it's not like I've ever talked to the woman before. I don't know her.
To clarify, it was a strong connection to Ehlonna, and you had to sacrifice something really important from yourself, which, like, mechanically I can explain to you later if you really care, but, like, it's not a thing you can do right now.
Oh, she doesn't just get like bonus healing or something like
No.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that cool. I'm not the chosen one.
You're the most chosen out of the 4 of us.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Fletcher are kind of chosen. You're like half chosen.
So we have these 3 acorns that work the same as
Yes.
a Cure Light Wounds potion, but they'll regenerate tomorrow and the potions won't.
They act like a good berry. So 1 health.
Yeah, no, no, I guess Cure Light Wounds are Cure Minor Wounds.
Yeah, cure
the
minor
one that's only
wounds.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you have is, so what you gave us was Cure Light, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's more.
So I
Okay.
gave everyone 1 cure moderate wounds, and
Including me.
yes,
Mhm.
including you. So I had 4. Now everybody has 1. And then I gave Nautia 2 cure light wounds. So cure light wounds is
So the importance of the seed pouch is basically if we've got someone who is actively dying, if they have 1 of those acorns, they will stop dying.
if
Yeah.
they're
That is
dying,
why those are important.
put your nuts in their mouth.
Just 1. Just need one.
Just like playing Halo.
No.
Dead. Oh my
Sheryl,
god.
I'm sorry.
Nautia quits.
Your friend is dying? Oh, just teabag them.
Mhm.
Yes, it's a
There
legitimate
we
strategy.
Exactly. Thank you.
Do you all down there want something even stronger for healing? In case you need something very strong, because I kind of figured out what's in all of these magical patches and what we took from him. And one of them is a even stronger potion for curing.
Oh.
Do we want that? Do you want to take that down there with you?
How strong?
Then we'll just have it, even if you don't use it.
Sure.
Okay. Then yeah. So since that's like that was kind of like it's like under my travel robe. Just gonna pull it open. I'm gonna rip off this like a purple patch, and it pops into a potion of cure serious wounds.
All right.
And I hand that to you.
To me, or
Whoever, I mean, who wants it?
you like hold it out, and all of us are like,
Take it, Cedric.
Oh.
I would think either Cedric. You are the most stout, so you would have the most to. You'd be in the worst condition and still be on your feet and need the most help. Or Nautia, because you may be able to reach people faster who need this.
Yeah, Nautia, you and I haven't really talked about this, but like, I feel like as the most like built of the four of us, I mean, Fletcher and Kay are kind of delicate. One of us should be more like in the front, and the other one should be a little bit more in the back. You know what I mean?
I was kind of thinking I could be in the front.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will hold the potion and I will dump it on you or whatever when you're muted.
You know how to use a potion.
Are you mansplaining?
A little bit.
And no, it's even worse. It's worksplaining.
We are going to spend this entire
dividing
session
roles up.
shopping and then talking about this attack.
I'm just saying. Okay, so you're gonna be more front right line than me. Okay, cool. Just asking.
Unless you want to be in the front.
No, I'm good. It didn't work out for me super great last time. So if you're feeling good about that, I support you.
Let's
Trust
do
in your
this.
abilities.
Leroy Jenkins.
Love that Zoom just muted part of that. Thanks, Zoom. I'll enjoy editing that later.
Let's do it.
So
We've
we've got
starting
a wizard in the hole for the back.
I'm sorry, did you
Like
say
fire
a
in the
wizard in
hole,
a
but
hole?
Yeah, wizard in the hole. It's like fire in the hole,
Oh,
but
okay,
it's
okay.
a wizard.
I thought you were referring to like ace in the hole.
Yeah, I thought it was an ace in the
Too.
hole
Either
thing.
way, it works, right?
Yeah. Is your
He can do a whole lot
Your
of stuff in a
trump card,
hallway
yeah.
that's all his.
So I guess this has been our discussion over the past 3 days.
Mhm.
Like this,
Yeah.
we came up with, we were like all these elaborate plans we might try to do, and now we're like, okay, you're just going in and trying to find him and fight him.
I feel like with more bickering.
Yeah,
Oh, there was a lot
yeah.
more bickering.
Oh,
We had
yeah, for
3 days
sure.
to bicker.
3 days in like the heat of the desert,
Uh-huh.
like that. There was a lot of bickering.
This is like round 6 of this plan. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
3
if we had
days?
killed him like I wanted to
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the beginning,
yeah. Okay, we should have
then
killed
we
him in the
wouldn't
first
be
place. But look,
talking
I
about
panicked. I'm
this.
sorry.
And then he
just
also
saying.
never would have told us how to bring Cedric back to life,
He didn't tell
and
us
Cedric
anyway.
would still be dead.
He didn't tell you.
He
Didn't tell us.
He directed us in which
He did
direction
point us
to
in the
go.
direction in which I then went and flew and happened upon people who could help.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have even known the direction to go to do anything, and Cedric would have just been dead.
I thought we were hand waving over the bickering, you guys.
This is roleplay, Peter.
Kay started it.
I just saying.
You guys, I'm
the
alive
one who's a
now. We don't
cold-blooded
need to bicker
murderer
about
now.
this.
She went from teenager to cold-blooded murderer.
Yeah, I mean, she's killed sentient species before.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
Like, whatever. I mean, I don't kill people unnecessarily, but he killed our friend, so I was like really ready to let him have it.
I don't kill people often, but when I do, it's for revenge.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You see
It's
what I'm talking
planned
about?
out, methodical, and painful.
So now
Let's
are we
do
going to say
this.
now we're at the entrance of the mine?
I have one more decision to make.
Oh God.
Do I summon bats or rats?
I think it's going to have to be made in the moment. Like, is he on the ground and it's in the tunnel, or is it like at the open space and you need the bats? I feel like it's going to, or do you have to decide now?
No, but having thought about it beforehand helps.
Do you have?
Think about how
Okay.
great it would be to be like, he turns into an eagle, and you're just like, oh yeah? Boom.
Bats.
Bunch of bats, and they're like, tear him apart.
And you're just like, look, it's freaking bats. I love Halloween.
Make sure you summon like the 6-foot fruit bats from Australia, not some
Oh,
little
yeah.
tiny shits.
Oh, flying foxes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Aren't they so cute? And they're huge. Like, oh, equal 6-foot wingspan. Yeah, well, this bat does too, and now there's 50 of them.
Bigger than Nautia.
Yeah.
But then the Royal Botanic Garden in Sydney did all of these crazy things to get rid of the flying foxes that were in some of their historic trees in the park downtown, because they were starting to like damage the trees, and they were doing all this stuff to like evict the bats from the park downtown in Sydney. I was so mad.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Important mechanics question. Do you have the stats for the rats and the bats?
I
The
have.
rats and the bat stats?
I'm looking at the rats right now,
Okay.
and we'll get to the bats quickly. Yes.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure you had those.
So are we gonna say, are we like, so we're at the door and we're gonna go in?
Is
Yeah,
the door
let's
still
do it.
there? Do we find the door?
Yeah, like you know where it is. It's by the
Nautia can be going up and looking, like, and she knows what to look for.
and like the windrow of like soil and rock and sand and crap is still there, so it makes a pretty good landmark now that you know what it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then right before, I think right before we go down, I think I'm going to say, okay, so Cedric, this didn't work out so well last time, so I'm going to do it ahead of time. And put my hand on your shoulder and cast Mage Armor now that there's no interruptions. So you get a +4 armor bonus for the next 5 hours.
Awesome. Nautia, I want to be frontline. I changed my mind.
Okay. I can summon a swarm from behind.
Yeah. And you dumped the potion
That
on
was
me.
you, Sheryl. That was you.
You guys say these things. Oh man. Where is your freaking? Oh, you're all the way over there.
Say
Okay,
for an
that's
hour or 4 hours?
5. It's an hour per level, and I'm level 5.
Must be nice.
nice.
The advantages of not dying.
Oh yeah, I've heard it's nice not dying.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, so you guys are at the entrance to the mine, correct? Okay.
Yes.
I have reset the map on Roll20 so that you can do whatever you'd like with your setup of your people and such.
I'm still seeing the
Shoot.
map.
Sorry, I
from
forgot
trial.
to. Sorry.
Yeah, the
sorry,
mountain
sorry.
the mountain path.
Sorry. Okay. Now you are in
There we go.
the mine. Okay, got it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, this place.
brings back
Great.
memories. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just love coming back in here. This is great.
Yeah.
a good map.
This hallway looks familiar. All right.
Glad I
so
didn't get rid of this map.
we're at the bottom of the ladder. So in the map, did we already traverse the ladder?
I just put you there because that's where I had space to put
Okay.
you, but like you can, you are at the.
We
You found the trapdoor.
have to deal with the ladder still. Like we have to get in.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So it'd probably be K first because we need to check.
for the. Yeah, that's just a search check, right, Cheryl?
Yes. Yes.
22.
You find the little the rung that has the trap on it, and also the little there was like a not a switch, but like a little mechanism that he had directed Nautia to previously.
Okay, should I disable the device then?
Yeah, you should.
All right, I'm gonna 25.
Yep.
Good,
So
guys.
much better than last time.
Oh yeah.
I fixed it. I learned stuff.
Was it the same one as last time?
Was it?
Yes.
Yes, it was the same one. Apparently he's lazy. I don't think he actually thinks we're gonna come back.
Maybe he's not down here. I don't know.
Do you see signs that he's down here?
Hello.
Oh shit.
Are you actually doing that?
Yes.
I
don't
mean, I
think
was
so,
thinking
guys.
it could be effective for Kay just to start yelling.
It echoes down the hallway.
No, well, luckily there's a waterfall in between.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of noise.
So much pain.
We didn't discuss whether we were going to do this stealthily, but I just kind of assumed. So
It was
maybe
some anger
Bad.
management issue, so I feel like she could probably actually piss him off and he might do something stupid.
Yeah. There's the waterfall in the cavern. That would probably drown out her yell from all the way up here because it's a loud waterfall. So luckily. And since I'm coming down last down the ladder, I am pulling the door closed behind me.
let's tie up Nadia's net.
Yeah, let's do that.
Across this shaft. Like, even though like flying up it, he would see it. At least it might like get in his way.
Mm-hmm.
So we should all get down, and should Nautia fly up and do that? Because otherwise we'd be like on a ladder trying to like rig that up, but she can fly up.
Yeah, Nadia's great with use rope.
And this is like, like a pre-binding. So maybe she has advantage.
Hey, Kay taught me how to do that one not real good that one time.
Kay's like looking at her as like, it goes this way.
The rabbit goes around the tree.
I'm up there, like, is this there? It'll be fine. It's fine.
Is it fine, Sheryl?
Did you roll?
Do I need to roll for it?
I mean, you're tying knots with the intent that they stay.
Can I like mime help from the bottom?
Sure.
10.
Does it help?
10. Sounds good. Tied a knot. Feel real good about
Or
it.
not.
Yeah.
Net didn't fall down.
Tied a knot. Yep, didn't fall down. Looks good. Feel
Looks
real
great
good
from
about
down
it.
here.
We've gotten a lot of practice recently.
Okay, so marching order. I'm thinking Kay in front, then me, then Nautia, then Fletcher, right? Or is Fletcher staying here?
No, I'm going at the end of the next hallway in a room to the side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you were going to stay in this hallway.
I would like a little more. I think it would be
Closeness?
better. Well, if he's coming down that hallway, I can step out from a room. He will not know that I'm
There's
there.
that room
versus,
that's right at the end. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, if he turns the corner into this hallway, there's literally nowhere to be except I'm standing right there. So this way I can at least hear it happening, and if he's coming down the hallway, I can step out and surprise him if he has no inclination that I'm down there.
I forgot that last room was right there.
Kay, will you make sure our path down the hallway is also safe as we go?
Yes, I will do that. 15? 17.
Is there check for traps in the first hallway?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see any traps?
I don't see anything, guys.
All right. Let's keep going.
All right, so you go to the end of the first long hallway and make a left to go down into the hallway where all the doorways are. Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Should we like bust these doors open just in case he's like here?
I thought they were just like open.
These are all open, like
they're just open.
pathways, except for the door with the black stones in it.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they were all like mine spurs, just off this main hallway.
Yeah,
I do remember Cedric complaining about how not good it is.
I mean, it is. It's an ineffectively rooted mine path. I mean, I'm no expert, but, you know, I do understand the basics. I also remember being really interested in this door before I died, you know. It seemed really important at the time. We should come back and figure it out later.
All right, let's kill the dude first, figure out the river, and then we can contemplate the door.
Let's do it.
All right.
So this very first room here, is that one of the ones that just has an open entrance into it?
The one that's like one and then like a 3x3 and then yes,
there
that's
we
just
go.
a doorway. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no door on it.
Okay. I guess I'll stay in this room here at the end of the hallway. And if I hear anything coming from further down, I'll assume he's making his way down this hallway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Makes sense. All right, Kay. Keep leading the way. Fletcher,
All right,
see you in a bit.
I'm going to keep looking for traps.
Cool.
Oh, you should probably put your lantern out, Fletcher. He'll be able to see that coming.
Oh, yeah. Once I'm in the room. Yeah.
I got a 12.
Okay. You don't see any traps?
I don't see any traps, guys. How far down do I go? All the way to like the slidey waterfall bit? Oops, I did not mean to trap myself that far.
Yeah, because remember that the non-gray area of the path there, right as you're like entering the big open cavern where the river is, that is loose rubble.
Yeah, it was like slippery.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see any signs that Mafock has been here so far?
Give me a perception check or a search check.
Like, should we all do that or just Cedric?
Anybody who's looking for a sign of Mafock specifically.
I mean, I think I would be, because I would be looking at the traps, right? To be like, did he put anything new here?
25.
23.
21.
Wowee, everybody's highly motivated. None of you, yeah.
We're moving so slowly and just like staring at every rock.
Mm-hmm. None of you find any evidence one way or the other, but if you remember from the first time you were in here, you similarly were trying to figure out if there was anyone in here, and this area of the mine didn't have any sign one way or the other the first time either. So,
okay.
But you've searched it very thoroughly, and you're sure that, you're sure that there's no evidence one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how we got down the slippery bit. I mean, Nautia flew, but did we like tie a rope to a rock and then kind of like shimmy down?
Rope to each other and then climbed over it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then I
After
sort of braced people
Cedric
as they
fell
walked.
in the water.
Mm-hmm.
After Cedric, so are we gonna do that again?
Worked first ish. Worked ish.
Are we gonna try to, or do we want to try to bait him to come over to us?
I like the idea of trying to sneak up on him a little bit.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Okay.
Do you want me to use some rope?
Yeah, and then like tie. I'm gonna throw one end of my rope to you and tie the other end to myself.
I got an 18.
What are you doing with your rope? You tying it around yourself or around?
Yeah, we're tying ourselves together.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 12.
That's fine. You have tied yourselves one each to the ends of this 50-foot rope.
Okay.
You want to go first, Cedric?
Sure. Unless you feel like this pile of rubble might be trapped.
Oh yeah, I mean, can I look at the pile of rubble? Is that a yes? Can I look at the pile of rubble? Is it trapped?
Oh, you want to? Yeah, you can search to see if the rubble is trapped. Sorry.
20.
Don't see any traps in the rubble.
All right, I'm gonna try and I don't see anything. I guess I can just like go first, I guess.
Okay.
I'll fly along the side to brace you.
All right, how do I? What do I use to get down this thing?
This was a balance check to get across.
All right, balance checks. I mean, wait, what? Oh, I rolled a natural 1, so.
Oh no.
Give me either a balance or a tumble check. And oh, well, there's another 1. So for falling, you took 1 boo-boo damage for smacking your knee on the rocks.
Okay, do I still do the balance check?
Yep. This is to see whether or not you fall off the edge.
Mm-hmm. Right.
9.
Worst rogue ever.
Does Cedric have anything to do with this since they're roped together? Like, does he counterbalance anything in any way?
Yeah, Kay goes yee into space and down and is now just like hanging and probably like smacks against the rock wall on the side and is dangling a few feet above the water. And yeah, Cedric, can you make a strength check?
I can do my
See
best.
if the momentum yoinks you over.
Sorry.
Can I do like a reflex to see if I help at all?
Sure.
Try to grab her, I guess.
That's only a 13.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that is a 13. Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Mhm.
8.
8. Okay. Nadia
Like,
doesn't.
save.
Yeah, Nadia doesn't realize that Kay is falling until she's already off the edge. But Cedric, you dig your heels in to like the solid wall, and you're just sort of straining. Like it's not awesome, and you don't think you could hold this like forever. But like, she's not going in the water, and you're not following her.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna I'm like grabbing hold of the rope with one arm and like trying to like pull the tension off it a little bit and like stay put, and then I'm just like waving at Nadia, trying to get her attention.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. And then I'll go
How much
help him
damage
pull
did I
her
take
up.
for
Just 1 boo-boo damage.
Just 1.
Okay.
Smacked your knee. Got a black and blue mark.
Ouch.
Ouch.
All right. Is it now strength for us to pull her back up?
Yep.
Help!
Hi. 9.
am I rolling again for strength?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. It's a 6.
Y'all.
Can I like? Am I
Um,
allowed to like try and climb up the rope? Like I'm attached to Cedric.
Yeah, Sarah just redeemed a second chance, so an advantage on a check or a save if one of you wants that. I can't believe we're back to falling off cliffs.
I mean, I don't
You
even know
bragged.
who's.
You bragged at the top of the show.
I was
That's
so
why.
proud of you.
That's
and
why
now...
you were, and you had to say something out loud. You did it. It's your
Cindy,
fault.
I
This
don't
is on
even-
you, Sheryl.
I wanted
I
to
don't even
celebrate
know
your
who's-
success.
Who's got the better like luck? Are you gonna re-roll? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are you re-rolling or not?
Are we re-rolling, or is this the next round of trying to pull her up? I mean,
Sarah redeemed a double.
yeah.
A try again. Yeah.
Should I do it? I'm gonna use it now.
Do
Do
it.
it. Do
I
it.
guess.
Oh my
can't-
god, you're
can't even read that
reacting
face.
Fast, huh?
It's
Wor-
worse.
worse?
It's
It
worse.
was worse. It's worse. The last one was a 7. This one's a 5 plus 2 strength.
Cool.
So that's a big old 7.
Kay, you want to try climbing up the rope?
Yeah. I
Just threw it out of the box and it landed on natural 1.
Oh,
Oh my god.
We got a 7.
you got a 7. No.
Fletcher's like, wow, they've been gone a long
Yeah,
time.
Fletcher,
but
can you
they
do a
probably already
perception
made
check
it there.
for me.
Sorry,
Me?
Fletcher.
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're the worst adventurers ever. Oh my
I could have
god.
prepped spider climb instead of the swarm thing.
Oh my god.
I could have. I thought about it. I was like,
Yeah, you
But
were so
there's no,
excited
like,
to
there's
get
just the
spider
bridge.
climb.
I know, because we were in the place with the cavern, with the canyons.
Mhm.
Oh my god. You guys, I just rolled 60-20 and the best I got was a 13. I think I'm cursed.
I got 21 perception.
Okay, so you hear a little bit of sound coming from down the hallway as if your friends might be having some trouble.
Ugh.
Is that how we are to you, Fletcher?
I mean, I wouldn't really be of any help in this situation anyway, honestly. So,
Like, they're probably all dying right
So
now.
you're gonna be like, Cedric, just leave us all to die? Thanks.
I guess I'll start coming down the hallway.
Cool.
Like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys. Everyone just take a breath. We can
See,
do
for you to
this.
say you're not the one hanging off the side of the doom.
But I would like to help you not be hanging on. I'm trying to help you, Kay. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying.
Nadia's job, talking us down from our own
I
incompetence.
know, like, this is the
Like-
second episode in a row.
Okay. Ready to try again?
Yes. I'm ready to try again. I got this.
What if we just lower her into the water? She could swim across. It'll be fine.
It's very bad water.
Yeah, but I
It
survived.
hurts.
Yeah, but only a little bit.
You survived for a while.
It wasn't the water that killed me.
It didn't help.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Okay. One more time.
One more
So,
time.
yeah, what are we
What
gonna
are we
do?
doing, Cheryl? What's the next step?
Strength checks and climb check one more time. Yeah.
Okay. Roll real dice now, since roll 20 hates me.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I got
a 5.
cool.
two plus 1 is a 3.
Cool. Yep. Awesome. Yep. Thanks for
Can
adding a
we just roll a
monster,
3,
Nikki.
5, and a 7?
That's amazing. Amazing.
Did we just roll a 3, a 5, and a 7? Because that's
Mhm.
magical.
It is magical.
We were gonna come in here and kick this guy's ass.
We're so motivated.
Yep.
God, you're the
Um,
worst party ever.
Yeah, no, I'm there are requests for me to write stats for a Darkodile, so I'm gonna do that. And Nikki added a monster to your next combat encounter, so that's nice.
I'm-
you know.
I'm
Oh,
just
it's not
gonna-
happening now?
I'm just gonna
No.
prep spider climb forever
Mhm.
Oh
from
my
now
God.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back outside and sleep, and then
Give up. Redo. Whoops. All right.
Back to the save point. Turn it off, turn
Mhm.
it back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now you have to try something different because that doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, we're not strong enough to lift K.
is Fletcher? Is Fletcher moving towards us? Did he?
I am just now slowly getting to the end of the hallway, and I just kind of like, I have my lantern only like very slightly open, so there's enough air to like have a little light, and I just kind of like people with like a flashlight, like
Yeah.
shine and just see what's going on, and I'm like,
Mhm.
no.
You see like Cedric is like leaning back like this, like holding onto the rope, and it just like pulls.
And the
her hand
rope's
off
just
rope,
going
it's like-
over the edge, and
Yeah,
I
just
can't
like-
see Kay, and Nadia's just like in the air, and I'm like, no.
No, Nadia's also there pulling on the rope.
I literally can't help at all with
I mean,
this.
you might roll better.
I mean, where is Cedric? Is he still he's before the rubble, right?
Yes,
He
he's
was
before the rubble.
Okay. I
haven't
bracing
even
himself
made it to
against
the
rubble
wall.
yet.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can do is like, I don't know, grab onto Cedric to try to like, if I see him pulling, or at least try to like stabilize him, since he's doing a lot of that like pulling. Try to like just add myself to stabilize that more, so Kay doesn't drop. I don't know what else I can really help with this. So
You've got those long, lanky human arms. You've got more leverage, you know?
All right, so Fletcher, you're trying to stabilize Cedric.
I mean, there's like nothing else I can help with.
No, that's fine. Yeah, give me a strength check, and we'll see if you can add a bonus to his.
Okay.
Also, there's another advantage on a check or a
Reroll.
save. Nikki decided monsters weren't enough. So,
Thank you, Nikki.
I got 17 plus 0, 17.
Yeah, Cedric, you can have a +3 on your strength check.
Hey.
Okay.
Fletcher just sort of like comes up behind you and leans on your shoulders and like sits you down on the ground.
Okay.
Cedric, help!
So I've got a +3 and I've got a re-roll, right?
Yeah.
Should I just go ahead and roll with advantage? I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Just gonna fucking
He's so
roll 2
afraid of her
dice.
I'm so afraid of my dice.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you
Did
guys!
roll
I
two
rolled
ones?
2 1s.
Yes!
I rolled 2 1s.
Yes! And an 8. Love this.
Oh, am I supposed to roll a climb check?
Sure.
Sure. I'm not sure how.
Like
I
I
rolled a
don't.
natural 20 on the
Oh
climb
my
check.
god. Okay. So
you finally get your footing and do like a somersault back up onto the like Cena.
well, so it's weird because like what happens is like even though Fletcher came up to like stabilize Cedric, I guess maybe you got a little surprised that he was there, and so you start to like lose the hold that you had on everything. But at the same moment, like the little bit of slack allows Kay to sort of like readjust how she's oriented against the wall, and she just starts like powering back up over the wall with the slack of the rope like dangling behind her.
So I'm choosing to believe like the end of the rope is like caught in like a crack in the
Yeah,
rock. So
yeah.
I'm still like pulling really, really hard, and then like Kay just like pops up
Yeah.
over here. I'm like,
You suck, Cedric! It's okay. Lots of practice climbing up buildings, stealing stuff, so just saying.
I definitely just turn around and go back to where I was.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I can't even. Oh man.
No, you
I'm sorry,
just
I can't
even.
recover from two nat ones.
That was amazing.
We're so bad at this.
Snake eyes.
We're so bad at
We
this.
are both mechanically quite strong.
We're so bad at
Mechanically.
I am not strong.
Doesn't matter how mechanically good you are when the dice have it out for you.
They just,
They tell the story.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not good when the wizard gets the best strength check out of everybody.
No, it's really not.
I'm a fan.
Okay, so now we have to cross this rubble again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Quick perception check.
Wait,
Did
am
all
I
of
not
our
at the
noise
bottom?
draw any attention?
Sorry.
Wait, I thought I was at the bottom of the rubble.
Yes, you can be at the bottom of the rubble. What was that, Nautia perception to see if you've been noticed?
Can I do a perception check to see if he's
Go for
Noticed
it.
us?
If he's just like standing at the bridge, like with his arms crossed, waiting for you, yeah.
All right, new die. Let's see.
Please send help. I feel like we need to do one of those in
Send
the
out
arms of the angels.
13 perception check?
13. You don't see or hear anything indicating someone else in the mine. We need
We're
to do...
getting all of these bad rolls out of the way now, so
Yeah.
that then when we're actually fighting him, it'll
Exactly.
just be good rolls.
We need to do one of those in the arms of the angels ads, but like you all need new dice.
Yeah.
I have so many.
I
dice.
know!
They all hate me. Actually, you know what? I have another
I
set
have
of
a second.
dice.
This is my second set. I pulled
Hold
out the
on.
other bag last week.
Get the other.
Y'all.
Where is it? Oh,
Cindy,
new
where-
dice.
New dice.
New dice.
Cindy, where are the dice
Fresh
that you
dice.
use for a constellation when you don't want them to roll 20s and they do anyway?
Alright.
Oh, that's
ones.
these ones. Okay.
These are my Endorian dice.
Cool.
And I don't use them on Constellation because they roll real high.
Uh-huh.
Except
These
for
are
now,
my-
of course, when they don't.
Okay, so Kay is at the bottom of the rubble. Fletcher has noped back to his spot at the end of the hallway. Nadia is...
I'm gonna. I guess like the rope is still tied to us, right? So like, I feel like if I like sit down, so I have like all my body weight with the rope. Cedric can try and make his way down, and
Yeah.
even if he falls, hopefully I can like.
At least he doesn't weigh as much because he doesn't have heavy metal armor anymore.
Man, that
Yeah.
is going to be a joke forever.
I weigh, for
I-
the record, 274 pounds currently with my backpack on.
Oh my god.
So,
That's
good
a
luck.
lot.
Does Kay weigh
That's
half
a
of
lot.
that ringing what?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
think I weigh
with a hat on.
120. I weigh 120. Yeah. I'm like a.
Well, that's 120 without your backpack, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Does my stone
Is
cunning help with climbing over this pile of rubble?
What does stone cutting say again?
It's a very long paragraph.
Oh, okay.
This
hold
ability
on.
grants a dwarf a +2 racial bonus on search checks to notice unusual. It's basically just search checks.
Okay, no.
That's you can
Is there
identify
like
rocks
a-
real good.
Yeah.
What if I
Is there,
want to?
like-
Is there
What if I want to search for a good path
No.
to go across this rubble?
No. Is there,
Is there like a big rock kind of near me that I can like wrap the rope around and sit next to the big rock?
Yeah, there are some larger pieces of rubble in this thingy. Remember, because
Okay.
you guys had actually moved a bunch of the big pieces like out of the way last time to try to make this easier. So
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna like, because it's still around me, and I'm gonna like find something that I can like walk around and also wrap the rope around and sit next to it. So it's not just me
Sounds
holding
great.
Cedric.
yes.
It does say a search check to notice unsafe stone surfaces is one of the things that it lists.
You've noticed it.
I was like, I feel like we. Ta-da!
Okay.
There it is.
This is a balance check?
Yes.
Si se puede. You can do it.
Si se puede. Are you using digital dice again?
No.
No.
I'm just checking my modifier. Yep,
Okay.
that's a big ol' 8.
Cool. Yeah, you fall. So do another
Reflex save to try to catch.
Yeah. Do
Catch
another
slash.
balance check
Oh.
or a tumble check.
Do I do
whichever's
it-
better?
Do I do
God!
a strength?
Ah!
A 3? 3.
3,
Coincidentally, you also take 3 boo-boo damage as you fall on the rubble.
of course.
That's
Um,
amazingly uncanny.
I know.
I just rolled 17 for reflex save
Okay.
to try to help with the falling.
Yes,
Maybe?
he falls and starts sliding towards the edge, and just as he would have gone woo off the edge, like you stop him, just like hands on his shoulders, like no.
He would have yanked Kay straight down there immediately.
Tied myself around a piece of rubble.
Yeah, like she did
Anchored
set
it.
herself up to not get yoinked over the edge.
Okay.
It would have been really funny.
Yeah.
And she sat down. She did a lot of things.
Yeah.
Also, Nadia's roll right there was, I'm pretty sure, the first roll that broke 10 that any
Yeah.
of you have had for the past, 20 minutes.
I rolled
The
a natural
number of-
20 to
That's-
climb.
that's true.
Excuse
That's,
me.
yeah, that's true. There's the one natural 20.
Okay, I just want to say that like last time Kay was hanging off the edge and like in or like just above this river, she also had to pull herself out because y'all couldn't pull the rope.
I remember a whole lot of I hate you guys.
And
Yeah.
you
Miss
wonder why I have
Lucanus
trust
so much, you
issues.
guys.
Oh.
He would have just been like, yoink.
I think last time you maybe crawled across this.
I did?
Possibly. Because I think you're at the end of the group and we'd had a lot of trouble
Well-
and you had a heavy pack.
What
I
you
think
guys
you,
wound
scooted
up-
on your butt.
Yeah, what you guys wound up with was a rope that was like stretched across the middle, and so you could sort of like scoot yourself along it while holding on. So yeah.
I know every single one of these stones in this pile of rubble by this point.
By name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That one.
He's also given them names.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
shifty
Bob.
and slippery and
Mm-hmm. Frank.
Point-
Is he? So Cedric is like hanging there, and Nadia has her like her hands on his
He's
butt
like
basically
right
to hold
on
him
the
up.
edge, and she's
Okay.
like pushing him so that he doesn't slide all the way off.
so with like Nadia basically like propping me up, can I make my way along the edge?
Give me another balance check. You can have you can have a +2 because Nadia's helping you. There's also another reroll on the books. So
Oh,
yeah.
bless our listeners. All right, so +2 from Nadia. I get a +1 to balance checks. That's a 14.
Okay, you make it the rest of the way across, shaken, but not in the drink.
Okay.
I like lie down on the other side, just like I didn't think we were gonna make it.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Is that where this episode is ending?
Yes.
Is all of y'all barely
Yeah.
almost dying,
Yes.
going down this
Mhm.
same slope of rocks?
yes.
So basically, if we don't kill him over on the other side, then we're gonna have to deal with this in battle.
I've got this
Unless
weird
you can
Fletcher's down the
stone
hallway.
shape them.
deja
Unless you can
vu
like stone
thing.
shape them back into stairs.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing
Oh man.
any of us can do.
Y'all, it's been real. It's been fun.
Yeah, end of sentence.
Yep.
Yep.
This is fine.
Oh my
It's fine.
gosh. Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
Okay,
We're fine. It's all fine. It's gonna be fine.
come back on Sunday, October 3rd to see them continue to try to make their way back through traps in the mine that they've already tried to make their way through once before.
Want to see people roll that once? Come watch Nature Check.
Man, these
I
rolls
honestly
are-
just forgot about that.
It's just this
that part.
mine.
I forgot.
Like, you
the
guys roll such
trap. I
crap
forgot
when you're
the
in the
path.
mine. I don't know what it is.
We roll such crap
Any-
anytime there's any sort of vertical challenge.
Yeah, anytime there's landscape that we have to navigate.
You did so good on the Walk of the Four Winds, though. Like, come on.
But just because we used rope, there's nothing for us to tie rope to.
Yeah, we
here.
didn't actually do that great. We just had a lot of fail safes.
That's okay,
Mhm,
fair enough.
mhm,
Anyway,
mhm,
come back
mhm.
on
That's fine,
October
that's fine.
3rd to watch them re-navigate the mine and try to get some revenge
Suck
on
less.
the jerk that killed Cedric down here several episodes ago. In the interim, the jerk who killed Cedric several episodes ago, blah, 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 his channel, The First Watch on YouTube, will be airing a premiere of the story that I told for their show on Tuesday night. Go follow The First Watch on Twitter in order to get the time, because I don't remember what it is, but it'll be premiering, so you can like watch it in real live time. To see the story that I told. It's called Nothing and Everything. I'm very proud of it. It's adorable and creepy, and you should, come watch. I hope you enjoy. Also, stay tuned to our social media where you can see more hype as I finish promotional materials for our 50th episode and all of the cool games that are going to be happening then. Ryan and Nancy are both playing each in a different one of those 3 one-shots, so if you like them, definitely come watch the one-shots and come meet all of the new friends that are going to be playing on those one-shots as well. Anything else from anyone else? Please send help.
Thank you. Thank you for the re-rolls, everyone.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you.
Thanks for the re-roll. Sorry we wasted them anyway.
It's the thought that counts.
Right?
And thank you for adding a monster to the next combat encounter.
Mafock has a pet now.
Yeah, he had a pet last
I
time.
mean,
It was
Mafock
just
is a
skull.
pet, but
McFuck him.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, skull?
Yeah,
don't remember that at
remember he introduced Reginald
Yeah, that he
to
talked
you.
to.
Yeah.
Did it actually do anything?
No, he said he knew it couldn't talk back. He just liked to have something to talk to since, it was lonely down there by himself. This was while you were
Okay.
having tea.
But yeah,
Maybe
okay,
if he
but,
didn't
but
kill
like
his
pet,
guests.
a pet, it wasn't like a, yeah, anyways, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's us. We're gonna go now. Thank you for spending time with us this evening. We will see you on October 3rd. Bye, everyone.
Mhm.